catching a ride with the lady. Her hair hangs down past her thighs. Blue and pistol, she satisfies. Leather jacket, zipped up tight. And no big ones coming. Look for lost and found. Iron gleams bright in night city, where your appetite waits you out to sunrise. She pulls my trigger, got me up alright. It's a danger pretty here in night city. Here in night city, got me up alright. Here in night city. The way you chase and tease me, get me up so high. We're on the rooftop and you don't compromise. Too many hollow, empty bodies lying around my street don't testify. You got to whisper now on your honest soul. We keep on moving, gotta take it slow. No, she pulls my trigger, got me up alright. It's a danger pretty here in our city. She pulls my trigger, got me up alright. It's a danger pretty here in our city. Here in our city, got me up alright. Here in our city. She pulls my trigger, got me up alright. It's a danger pretty here in our city.
How's everybody tonight?
Not bad.
Fantastic.
Doing A-okay.
All right, that's good, man. Welcome in Infinity Core and everybody else who is out there. Let's see. Have some out there hiding in the wings. I think I'll let them hide for now until they decide to reveal themselves. All right. So hopefully everybody is ready for tonight. We left off in a precarious position last week. So, or well, not last week, last episode. We're gonna get used to doing this now. So we're running the BOR once every third week. We're also going to be running probably about a 15-part series on the Wheel of Time. So that'll be running the third Thursday of the month. And then next week we're going to be playing a mystery game, possibly with a new cast member. And what do we have on the agenda for the update log next week, Rob?
Next week we'll be talking kind of a high-level view of where the industry is going at this point, speculating, and, just seeing what the information is saying.
Why can't we ever talk about a low-level view of where the industry is going?
Because it changes every day.
More news is constantly coming out.
It is.
It changes every damn day.
It is. Stuff is crazy with the amount of new things coming out. I will leave that for Thursday, though. So for tonight, let's go around the horn real quick, introduce everybody to our cast and crew and our wonderful edge runners. And let's start with you, Ring.
Hi, I'm Jenny. I play Ring, or one of the well-known psychopaths and murder hobos, and however else you want to refer to her as, who apparently has been a relatively sane one lately.
I need new friends. What can I say?
And who apparently right now is mentally screwed up more so than normal.
We love her though. Ring is quite awesome. And
She's a badass biker bitch.
She is. She is a badass biker bitch. Who wouldn't want to have a badass biker bitch in their Cyberpunk game? I mean, Paradox.
Hey, I'm Chloe, and I play Paradox. And she is probably the most outwardly crazy one, psychopathic one, just a little bit. We'll see how it goes tonight, for sure.
And next we'll do Paul.
Hello, I'm Rob, and I play Paul, who is currently dealing with some situations from his past, and not having a really good time with it. But he's the old man in the group.
No mention of insanity. That's fantastic. I like it.
Oh no, he's totally sane.
And last but not least, the rat.
Hey, I'm Matt. I play Scotty Sims, aka the Rat. He is the wheeler and dealer of the group. He's a talker, a schemer, all around scoundrel. I wouldn't say that. He hasn't blown anyone up much, especially not his friends. So, he has some redeeming qualities, I'd say.
He doesn't attack inanimate objects, throw grenades in an underground base.
He doesn't. He doesn't hurt the fish.
Hurt the fish. You're never going to live down the fish, by the way. So, All right.
Hashtag never forget, my man.
So with that, we'll do it. Let's quick recap from last week. So last week, our dynamic duo of Scotty, Paradox, and Ring went hunting down Bruja.
Isn't that a trio?
At a trio. There you go.
The dynamic trio doesn't sound as good. We got to come up with a new thing that works with trio.
Yeah.
Trusty trio. We're the trusty trio.
Oh, that's a stretch.
Not sure what we're supposed to trust you to do yet, but okay.
We got the job.
Since when is Ring trustful?
Since when did any of us trustful? Let's be honest.
That's fair.
Listen, I'll keep workshopping the trio.
The only person that's truly trustworthy is Paul.
Bullshit!
Yeah. I'd say Paul's on the bottom of that list right there.
You can always trust him to do
He's
something
on the
off
bottom,
the wall.
Okay.
Okay, now that's fair. Trust him to fucking blow everybody up.
He's good at it. I mean, didn't your mother ever tell you do what you're good at? Or
That's
something
right.
like that?
Yeah.
All right, so Scotty, what did you actually do in the last episode? I think that's a story that's best told by you. I mean,
so Scotty came up with the plan to get their man Bruja, because from their intel says Bruja was quite the ladies' man, or at least a self-proclaimed ladies' man. And Scotty thought that any person that considers themselves a ladies' man out in a club would go to try to be that knight in shining armor when they see a girl being hit on by someone they don't want to be hit on, try to swoop in, So Scotty's plan was to have the two girls go before him and then come in this fucking obnoxious get up and just be the most that guy you've ever seen, and to just totally set up that scene for Bruja to come in swooping to steal the ladies, and then they'd have their end to talk with them.
You know,
Surprisingly, it kind of worked. No, it worked.
it worked. Yeah.
I mean, they got the information.
Yeah, he came in a way kind of, I'll say quote unquote saved Ring, not directly, but as soon as Scotty got thrown out for being that guy, uh, Ring Ring got his attention.
She
All
got
right.
something, all right.
Yeah, she sure did.
So, so Paradox. Why don't you tell us what you did? By the way, Scotty really reminded me, and this is completely off the wall, but really the performance really reminded me of Shaggy in the second Scooby-Doo movie. Just
You actually
FYI.
watched the Scooby-Doo movie?
I have
The old one.
Yeah.
The old one, I imagine, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the one from the 2000s.
Yeah,
The good ones.
The second one. Yeah.
Yeah, I've
That
never
makes
seen any of
sense.
them.
Or was it the
They're
second
not.
one?
They're.
I don't know.
Let's just preface this. They're not good, okay? But they're nostalgic.
Exactly.
I suppose.
I can't help it. I like Scooby-Doo, okay? There.
I like Scooby-Doo too. I
got it.
wouldn't watch them again.
Scooby-Doo was one of my favorite cartoons growing up, so I had to watch all of them.
Scooby-Doo, a lunatic. Yeah.
When you have grandchildren, you find yourself watching odd things. What can I say?
Fair enough.
Or you never get out of that phase and
Yeah.
you just keep watching cartoons. That's
Bluey.
fine too.
Bluey is another one. I think I've seen all the episodes of that.
Oh, I love Bluey. Anyway, we can talk about Bluey later.
All right, so what happened to Paradox in the last episode? Or what did Paradox do? That's probably the better way to put that.
So, well, most of it follows along the line of Scotty. What happened, pretty much. Scotty almost was too obnoxious that he almost got beat up by a bunch of bouncers. So,
Nah. Get it under control.
Sure. So, Paradox tried to intervene by pretending that she was into whatever Scotty was doing. So they got kicked out. They both got kicked out. And she decided to don a corpo disguise, change her hair color like she does because it's fancy and it's tech hair. And she sneaks back into the club as a worker, trying to pretend to be a bartender / waitress. Did not work out. Ended up having to pay a lot of eddies for, to get the information. And she found Ring in a precarious situation, and Ring somehow managed to make it so Paradox kept her cool rather than just straight up murdering the guy. And they got out of there. They drove away in a rage, as they usually do.
That's two different versions of the story. So, Ring, what did you do?
Aside from wanting to put a fist in the rat's face for the way it was acting, she ended up getting drugged back to a private room, went completely against her entire morals and used a fucking hypo. Blabbed all of their secrets about who sent them to find the guy, and somehow managed to get information, some message that she needs to deliver that she has no memory of, and woke up with a bite on the inside of her thigh. Vampire bite, to be specific.
Ah,
So
all
you
right.
catch something.
I think your boyfriend's jealous, by the way, of you tonight. So
I know. Yeah, because of this little thing.
ah, yes.
Diva,
Ooh.
who's now mad at me for picking her up.
So and last but not least, Paul, what did you have done? I mean, what did you do to you? What did you do?
Well, Paul just hung around. He was just chilling, just hanging around, literally,
Hanging out.
and having a pointed discussion with this Calypso lady who thinks he has some line on immortality. Um, and yeah, yeah. Apparently, Paul's the sign of the youth, and he doesn't even fucking know it.
All right.
According to her, anyway. According to him, he just wants to go home, have a beer and some lo mein, call it a day.
That sounds pretty typical, Paul. For sure.
He's a simple man. He doesn't really change.
So we're gonna start out with the, what are you calling yourselves now? The troublesome trio, tricky trio, psycho trio. I like psycho trio. I don't know what should we call you guys?
But Psycho
Parental
Trio, I like Tricky Trio.
I'll let the
It
audience
rolls off the
decide.
tongue well, you know.
Whatever the audience decides to call you, that's what I'll call you tonight. That trio, whatever it is.
That's dangerous power to put in their hands.
It is. It is. I think they can handle
Hmm.
it.
Perhaps.
I might not be able to, but
I'm
I think
scared.
they can. All right, so I'm going to switch over to you guys. And that's not where I wanted to be.
Uh-oh.
We'll stay here. I didn't set that other screen up. Naughty me. All right, so for you three guys, so you left with some information last time when you actually left the club that you're at. You guys left with some information. You got a hold of Playboy to find out where the coordinates that Bruja had given you were.
It's better.
So over the last couple of days, obviously Ring needed to have a little recuperation before she was able to be functional. So you've scoped out a little bit of the territory around this abandoned airfield where Playboy told you the coordinates led to. There's the area around this place is surrounded pretty much by low dunes. So the airfield itself is you can't really tell it's there until you're right up on top of it. As you come up over these dunes, you see some buildings, a couple of hangars, looks like some old barracks and whatnot that are down in the valley below you. It's pretty rough looking. It definitely looks like it hasn't been used in a while for its initial purpose. But at this point, there is a small encampment. Mainly tents, some campers, looks like old full-on campers, trailers, house trailers that have been pulled in here. It is in the evening at this point, so basically dusk. Sun's going down. So you can see there's some burn barrels lit down in this valley. Doesn't really look like there's a lot of sentries or anything like that out around this place. It is obviously almost looks like a homeless encampment if the trailers and whatnot weren't there. So with that, you guys are actually on the dunes outside of this encampment. Probably 100 yards or so away from the nearest building to you. There's some shrubs and whatnot you can cover. So what's the plan from here?
I think first thing is that like we need like a good look. So if we have any like binoculars or rings like sniper, be able to get like a good look at these people. Like, do they look like? Did they look like they're just random people camping out here, or are they like like armed, or how that looks, I guess.
The folks in this little encampment definitely look like they are. It's almost like a nomad pack, only not really as organized as what you'd expect a nomad pack to be. They're scavs. You can tell that. I mean, these folks are a mixed bag of people. And behaviors, things like that. Literally, they it looks like they have a couple of prisoners down there that they're playing with, you could say.
Lovely. So, Scotty's gonna look at the other two while they're, I guess, like hidden behind one of the dunes or whatever, and he's gonna say, "It's like, so, I don't know. I think the best courses of action is probably find a way to nab one and interrogate them, right? Find out what they know about the Legion."
Or just go in and kill them all.
I mean, I could start picking them off from up here.
I mean, look, if Paul's not here and we kill all these people, then our lead is gone. So if we're going to start blasting every one of them, then we need to know he's here.
I mean, the thing is, we're going to have to nab one of them either way. We're likely to have a fight on our hands because the moment they know we're here, they're going to start fighting anyway.
Based on our look that we've gotten at them, what are numbers looking? Like, is this a number that we'd realistically be able to take on, or is it like it'd be suicide to try to fight these guys head
on? There's probably 20 of them down there.
It's light work. It's light work.
No problem.
Yeah. So this guy's.
I forgot to tell you this was the last episode of the BOR because everybody died.
We all of a sudden thought we were like, John Wick, and just decided to take on an army of arms by ourselves.
Go for it. We could have a John Wick episode,
So this guy just kind of replies like, "Look, you see how many people there are out there? We're just 3 people. Even if we can take some from afar, they got cars they can catch up real quick. I say we need to, as quietly as we can, just nab one, take him back here or wherever, then we can interrogate them. Fighting 20 people head on, that doesn't sound like it's going to go well."
Yeah, but they're scavers. Either way, they need to be taken out. Always just keep one alive.
I mean, she kind of looks at Paradox. She's like, I mean, you can always come back and deal with these assholes later.
That is true. So you won't have to worry about Scotty talking too much.
Damn, I'm talking about the guy like he's not even there. See how they treat you, Scotty?
This guy's just like giving Paradox like this look. It's like, these aren't like random like street gangers, like fucking kids playing at gangers. Even if they're not trained soldiers, there's still 20 of them. We have all that firing at us at once. We're dead.
Ring kind of looks at him and goes, and last I checked, we have clone ability. At this point, I don't give a shit. I'll go down swinging.
Also, are you trying to mansplain to me, the nomad, about scavers?
This guy just gives this like incredulous look. It's like, I'm not. Wait, they had scavers in the city too. That's not a nomad. It's not a mansplain.
Just face it, you're not gonna win. I'll agree on one condition.
Fucking women, man.
Like, yeah, what is it?
I get to play with the guy after we get all the questions we need. And she's got this like really sick, sadistic grin on her face.
Yeah, no, sure, by all means. I don't give a shit about scabbers, so have fun, do what you want.
Yay! I get to make a media grenade.
And people call Paul the crazy one.
Paul's like
Tell
the
me-
sleeper psycho. He pretends
Nah,
he's normal.
no, he's
I think
totally
Ring
normal.
doesn't
compared-
hide that she's psycho.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Totally normal.
Yes.
All right.
He's the nice
I was
guy.
just like, I miss Paul.
So
Ring's actually gonna look at Paradox and goes, "Want to help? Might be able to cover the stickers, see if the stickers survive it."
Of course. Isn't that why we're here?
Deal.
all right. So while that's going on, let's go over and see what is going on with Paul. So I'm gonna jump over here.
To be
Hey. So you obviously continue to be suspended from the ceiling. Same
Yeah,
room.
I think at this point his arms are numb.
Probably they come in every couple of hours and wake you back up again.
Fantastic.
Your situation is you don't know how long it's been since you actually slept. You like catch a couple seconds here and there before they come in and wake you up, shoot you up with boost or some sort of adrenaline rush to keep you from falling asleep. Literally all you've had are every time they come in they give you 1 cup of water, that little tin cup. 1 cup of water. Man, that water tastes good. It's so good.
That's just that it's that Fiji water. That's why. Yeah, he's looking rough. He's definitely got bags under his eyes at this point. Even though he looks wired as hell thanks to the stimulants they're giving him. At one point, he broke out in the song, was singing Bon Jovi's "You Give Love a Bad Name" over and over again for like an hour. But yeah, he's just kind of again he's just hanging there waiting to see what the hell they want with him.
Yeah, it's a little, it's hard to kind of hold your head up sometimes.
Yeah, he at certain points when he is able to get some sleep, even if it's for a couple seconds or minutes, he starts having flashbacks, or at least he thinks they're flashbacks. They might be dreams, they might be hallucinations at this point. Who knows? To a burger joint in Night City, but it isn't like it's Night City, but it's not Night City. It's in his head, after he wakes up and he remembers some bits and pieces of this every so often, but it doesn't look like the right time, like the right year of Night City, if that makes sense.
Gotcha.
Like it's Night City, but it's not Night City. It's like a younger Night City.
A younger night. Okay. This looks strange.
Yeah.
As that is kind of floating through your head, you hear this voice. Hey. Come on, don't give up now. Look over here.
Fuck. Huh?
The hell are you doing?
Is that you, Sawyer?
Who else is it gonna be?
So you're dead.
What did you get yourself into, kid?
I don't know, man. Apparently these fucking goons think I got the lifeline to immortality.
Well, don't you?
You know that's exactly that's not what
I
the fuck
didn't have
this
it.
is. Yeah,
Maybe
kind of wish you
maybe
did.
it'd have been nice for you to share that with me, right? But maybe, I was a good guy.
Yeah, you were a good guy, but trust me, you didn't want this. Question out of character: did Sawyer ever find out more information about the project,
No,
like we did, or
no.
okay, he wasn't part of that. Okay, I thought at some point he might have found more information, but yeah, you're right. I think it was just the four of them that actually ended up in that back room. But anyway, he's like, trust me, this is not immortality you want. Comes with way too many strings.
Well, that's what's back there behind that door, huh?
Something like that.
Yeah. The little room back there. Why don't you ever invite me in there anyway? I could have done with a little immortality too.
To be honest, I don't know. This may sound kind of fucked up, but the thought never really crossed my mind. But I'll tell you this much: what we found back there, it's not worth it.
You know what, kid? I'm not gonna hold that against you. He
Yeah.
pulls almost as if it appears out of nowhere. He has this bowl in his hand. Pair of chopsticks. He's kind of dipping the chopsticks in there, pulls up some noodles and drops them back down. About dinner time,
uh,
don't you think?
oh man, yeah. Now you're a real asshole. I'm gonna go for some fucking noodles right now. I'm hungry. You know these assholes have only just been giving me water, not even a decent beer.
No, no decent beer.
Nope, nothing.
Can't imagine. You with no beer. Damn shame.
It's a travesty, is what it is.
So what are you doing here anyway?
That's what I'm trying to find out.
And why are you still here? I never took you for being one of them what do you call it?
What, lay down and die kind of people?
Didn't you used to be yeah, that too. I mean, not that guy. I mean, I know firsthand, you know. By the way, you never really said you're sorry for that sock and the schnoz you gave me. I mean, that's kind of rough there, don't you think?
Yeah, maybe. But you did drink my beer. But, in all fairness, we did kind of get you killed, so sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. Look, look, kid. The way I see it, you got just a couple choices. You can tell them about what you know. You not tell them about what you know. See what happens to you. Or you can get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I think I'm taking option C, because to be honest, I don't even know how all this shit works.
Just then, you hear the door open,
He kind of looks up.
and the familiar sound of the little cart being wheeled in. Two gentlemen in robes.
Fuck these guys.
You look around, and Sawyer, you thought you seen him sitting at that table, but there's no one there.
Okay.
And the one guy comes up, got the little thermos, your cup. It's so nice to see that cup. Such a sweet, pretty looking little cup. This little tin cup. He fills that very, very slowly, fills it with water. Lifts it up to your lips.
All it takes a drink. Drains the whole thing dry.
And the other guy walks up, pops the cap off the hypo.
Paul kind of looks at him. Hey, can we save that? Yeah, I'm fairly wide awake now.
Uh-huh. gives you your shot. That immediate sensation actually takes a couple of seconds. It's not like right away. It takes a couple of seconds.
Start to build up an immunity.
And you can feel the heat run through your entire body. As that what you were saying about being awake, you now feel that. And you're dog ass tired.
Mm.
But all of your senses have just been lit up.
Does he notice anything out of the ordinary? Because he is starting to formulate a plan in his head on how to get out of here. Does he notice anything that he could use? Maybe that's potentially lying around. And I know his wrists are bolted are basically bolted or cuffed to a chain that's bolted to the ceiling. What about his ankles?
Yeah, his ankles are also chained. So
Are they
you're
bolted to anything, or he's just dangling?
they're bolted to the floor. You actually are in a position where you're basically, you're not like on your tippy toes, but you are able to stand. You just can't stand flat-footed on the floor.
Okay, gotcha. Damn,
Which
sucks.
that gives you pain as well, like in the arch of your feet and your calves. I mean, if you
Yeah.
just
Oh
hang
man.
there, then you've got all that pressure on your arms and your wrists and
Yeah.
your hands.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
it's a
that is
constant
painful.
balance back and forth to try to shift where the pain is at.
Yeah. Oh man. And he kind of like grinds his kind of the balls of his feet into the ground, and you can kind of hear the bones kind of cracking, the joints cracking in his feet, just kind of trying to alleviate some of that pressure. And he looks at the guy that gave him the apple. You mind letting a fella down and he can sit for like a second or two? Not like I'm going anywhere.
Hmm. No.
I don't think so.
So you notice on that cart that he rolled in, there's this silver domed cover
Mhm.
over what looks like a plate. And it's a full setting on that plate. And he takes the plate with the dome, so you can't really see what's on the plate, puts that on the table, sets the setting up, the napkin in the right spot, and the forks, knives, all very well placed. Puts another wine glass on the table with a pitcher of water, iced water. And you just see the beads on the outside of this glass pitcher. It's cold.
Man.
Oof. Looks so good. A little cloudy even, it's so cold. He sets the pitcher to actually pours the wine glass full of water, sets the pitcher down. And they leave. They walk out of the room. Leave you sitting there. Well, not sitting there. You're like 3 to 4 feet away from this table, and this sitting on the other side of the table. So like 6 feet away from you is something. And this water, this full pitcher of water, a wine glass sitting there that's full of this water. And your stomach just rumbles.
That's so fucked up. Ugh. And Paul just stares at that glass of water. Yeah, like he stares at it in such a way that he might be trying to use his Jedi powers to float that thing over to him.
As you're
uh,
as you're staring at this water, this figure kind of comes into your view. That, yeah, probably 6 foot tall, wearing like a jogging outfit, blue, black with some white stripes and whatnot.
okay.
Whoa, what's this then?
Huh?
What did you do with the phone I gave you?
What phone?
Ah, you don't even remember who I am.
Nope, can't say I do, buddy.
Ridiculous. What's wrong with you? You know, I take
Oh.
such good care of you. I give you these wonderful Nokia phones. Nobody else has. And I pay you to do a job. And what happens? Just like everybody else, you get me killed. What's wrong with you?
Out of character. This is the guy that the Paul and Scotty met with the fucking bridge that he
Yeah.
was trying to sell us.
Yeah. This is the bridge guy. The one that took you out into the Badlands and almost got you killed before Paradox showed up.
Bridge guy.
Bridge guy. See, if you would have done something instead of letting letting tragedy happen to me, you could have had everything. I would have set you up with that. You would have had the most beautiful bridge in all of Night City.
You're still on about the fucking bridge, aren't you?
You haven't paid me for your bridge yet.
You know, dying might not be so bad.
You don't remember the bridge. You don't remember the bridge. You don't remember anything about this?
No. I remember you offering us some
look.
rinky-dink ass bridge and some shithole part of Night City.
It is the most beautiful bridge in all of Night City.
Uh-huh.
And it's yours. All you gotta do is get out of here. What are you doing here? Why are you here?
Listen, I'm trying to figure that the fuck out. I don't know why I'm here. Honestly, I really don't want to be here. I just want my noodles and my beer.
Yeah, I don't want to
And a
be here
shower.
either. Why you bring me here? You know, we gotta get out of here.
Okay, you got any bright ideas?
Well, there's a door right there.
I'm talking about the cuffs.
Do I look like a thief? Picking locks or something like that?
Have you ever picked a lock? Do you know
Do I
how?
look like I ever pick a lock?
You know what? Yeah, you do.
Well, maybe you're smarter than you look.
So you got any advice or not?
I do. I got some advice. I got some advice. You pay your bill. You pay your bill. Pay your bill, you're free to go.
You're dead.
Because of
How
you.
am I supposed to pay you if you're dead? Do you want me
Well,
to
you don't
Eddie's
pay
at your
me.
grave?
You don't pay me. You pay. Who is this lady? What is this lady? What is this little? You know, I don't know. What is she? You pay
You
her.
mean the
Or
lady that
she's
kidnapped me?
yeah, that one. That one. Look at you. Look at you. All kidnapped by some little girl.
Paul's just laughing now. And whoever's listening in probably thinks he's lost his fucking mind.
All you have to do is pay her. Just like me. All you have to do is pay me. Just pay me, and everything would be all right.
We paid you. We paid you for those Nokias.
Paid me for the Nokias. You pay your bill. Then you get you get some stuff here. What is this? He goes over by the table and kind of looks like he lifts up the lid on that plate and kind of looks under there. Ooh. And puts it back down. You don't see anything.
Douchebag ass ghost.
Ooh. You just have to pay your bill. Everything be all right. You'll be good. Everything will be all good. Good.
Uh-huh.
And just then you hear the door open again. Kind of sends your mind, you know, it's like you didn't expect that. They don't usually come right back.
What doesn't usually come right back?
The people.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So Paul kind of turns his attention to the individual that just walked through the door.
Okay, we're gonna leave you right there. Go back over here. All right, guys. So Scotty wants to capture somebody. What are we doing?
Do interrogation.
How are you gonna go about that?
You gotta nab a guy. Easy. Sneak up close. Find the guy in the periphery, wandering about a little too away from the pack, maybe taking a piss. I don't know. We nab him.
You nab him. Okay. Who's doing the nabbing?
So, I mean, I think first thing we gotta do is we gotta sneak in a little closer.
All right.
Ring's gonna look at the two and be like, "You want me to step here and cover y'all in case shit goes south? Better than all three of us going in and getting our heads blown off."
That's fair.
Sky just kind of looks to Paradox. It's like, if you grab the guy, I can restrain him.
Okay, guess that's the plan.
All right. So,
Right.
sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
So as you guys move up to this, as you guys move up on this camp, just to kind of reiterate what you have. So there are several smaller buildings. A couple of them look like possibly old barracks. Some office space there. There's a rather large runway which is completely decrepit. And that's where this little encampment's at. It's kind of out on the runway. There are 3 hangars that come off this runway. You are kind of sneaking down in behind these buildings at this point, and relatively easy to get to move in there. I mean, it's really just dipping. The sun's actually going down on the opposite side of you, so it's easy to kind of move through the shadows a bit and get in behind these buildings. What are you going to do from there?
Imagine once we've gotten within a certain distance, we'll kind of like post up in a hiding spot and wait until we find someone's strength a little farther from the rest. So that seems like we could kind of grab them, right?
With Paradox's knowledge of nomad camps, can she kind of tell where the latrine would be, so to speak?
Yeah, you're guessing that they are using one of these buildings.
Okay. It's probably like the furthest one away from everything.
Yeah, it's actually looks like one of the barracks buildings. There might actually be a latrine in there, or who knows.
Okay.
We'll make this person scared to ever use the urinal again.
So Paradox will kind of point, like silently notify Scotty to head towards that building. try and keep to the other side of the dunes as much as possible.
All right, and Scotty will nod and start heading that way.
Right, give me a stealth check, Scotty.
And me? Or no?
Nope.
I got a nat 10, so that's a 31.
Yeah, you have no problem sneaking around to get into position.
The rat scurries in the darkness.
Yeah, literally, as you are sneaking up on this building, you see it's. I mean, there's a side entrance to this building, and then like the main entrance on the one side of the building. It's kind of a Quonset style building, so it's got the rounded roof to it. And you see two guys kind of walking up to this building. It looks like they've had a fair amount to drink or something, stumbling a bit and just kind of chatting back and forth between each other. You were like within 10 feet of them, and you are silent as the wind, just a shadow in the night.
Yeah. So he's gonna hold his current position and just sort of wait to see if one of them heads off. Try to see if he can catch one of them alone.
Well, these two both head into this building by themselves.
This guy's just thinking to himself, like, is this when the dudes go to the bathroom together?
Brave new world, man. Brave new world.
Nah, man, the 2070s are definitely a new age, huh?
Yeah.
They are. So what are you gonna do?
That's a good question. Is Paradox right there with Scotty? Is she like moving up behind him, or what's going on with that?
Maybe.
Yes. She would follow.
Okay, so give me a stealth check, Paradox.
Stealth.
You find it in the body section.
Yeah, that's an 18.
All right. So yeah, you're able to kind of move up on Scotty's position. You kind of get around the corner of the other building that's there, just in time to see somebody entering the building that Scotty's watching.
Okay. And is it like an open barracks? Or is it like it has all four walls?
All four walls. Quonset buildings, they're basically a rounded building, like a half circle laying on the ground, and it's all roof. And then, yeah.
So that's why I was wondering if the ends were also closed in or if they were open.
Yep, they are.
Okay. Paradox just kind of look at Scotty and say, don't know if this is the best position to try and take somebody.
Yeah, he'll kind of whisper back, and like, well, saw two people go in. Can always try knocking one out with one of my darts. So,
or we create a distraction, try and lure one over here.
Got something in mind?
Rock? Thrown at a distance?
So I just kind of scratches his chin. It's like a classic. Always wondered if that works as well as it does in the movies.
Yeah. So Paradox is gonna start looking for a rock that might
Okay.
be big enough to, you know, create some noise.
You find, yeah, there's plenty of rocks. I mean, you're lots of sand, plenty of rocks, pieces of the building that have fallen off that's next to you. Take your pick.
So she's gonna pick up probably one of these cement pieces, and she's gonna maneuver herself behind one of these dunes to where it's close enough to the building, and she's gonna wait. She's just gonna sit there and wait for for the dudes to come back out.
Okay.
And once one of them gets a little bit ahead of the other, and there's one left behind, she's gonna try and hit the side of the building with the rock.
All right. Ring,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
She's watched the outside. Like, she's following him with her sniper, making sure nobody's going in after him.
The oddest thing that's been happening to you since your little experience with Bruja, for some reason you cannot get that guy out of your head.
She'll just periodically kind of pull back from the scope, shake her head, and then go back to trying to focus.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
$18.
Solid.
Okay. As you're watching what's going on down below, you see the two people. You can kind of got a bead on Scotty moving up on him. You see Paradox kind of move up behind him. She looks like she's looking around for something. And you just happen to notice that there's another person kind of in between these buildings, behind where Scotty and Paradox are at. And it looks like he might be heading towards them in their direction.
She will attempt the comms since they haven't used them in a while to see if they are actually working.
Go ahead.
She'll try to contact them, be like, guys, you got one incoming, and she'll let them know like which direction he's coming in from.
Okay.
6 o'clock. Do we get that message?
Yeah, loud and clear.
You are making us roll. I'm not suspicious. Okay, but so Scotty hears that, and he kind of turns his head around because it was kind of like behind us. And so he kind of turns around to see if he can catch sight of whoever this is.
You don't see anybody back there yet. He's from what Ring tells you, it sounds like he's probably in between the buildings.
In between the buildings. Mm-hmm. Okay. So Scotty's gonna look over to Paradox, and he's like, sounds like that guy Ring was telling us is alone. Go after him.
And with that, Paradox will kind of whip her head around to try and spot this guy.
You don't see anybody there yet.
He's like between buildings, according to Ring.
Wonder if he knows that we're here, and that's why he's heading right towards us.
Just gotta use latrine. I mean, jeez.
Then all the more reason we need to take him, so he doesn't alert the others.
True. All right. change tactic here.
Alright.
She's gonna slowly maneuver herself, still trying to make sure that she's staying in the shadow of the dune and trying to get to where she can kind of see just barely in between the two buildings.
Okay, give me another stealth check, please.
Yeah, Scotty's doing the same. He's also moving up to try to catch sight.
I will use 3 of my luck to make that an 18.
Okay.
Alright, and I rolled a 22.
All right, so you sneak up to the edge of the building and kind of peek around, and there is a guy there. He's literally, when you peek around the corner, he's kind of standing, not necessarily with his back to you, but he's not looking towards you. Kind of maybe about a foot or so away from the wall, and you hear this distinct sound of like liquid splashing.
Alright. There's our man pissing. Exactly who we were looking for. The pissing man. So, now that they've caught sight of him, about how far away from him are Scotty and Paradox right
Probably
now?
about 20 feet.
20 feet? Okay, that's not bad. So, Scotty, like with his cyber eye that has the dart, he's gonna kind of open it up. It looks like a pupil really dilating,
Mm-hmm.
and he's kind of gonna look the Paradox, kind of nod his head over to him. It's like, should I do it now?
Let's see. She's gonna wait. So there's the other 2 in the building and 1 outside, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, and then a good 50 yards away is the rest of them.
Yeah. And she's gonna make sure, like, how far along is he towards the back of this building?
Yeah, probably midway, kind of in the middle.
Okay. And does she see on the ground like anything that could make like a lot of sound?
It's actually getting kind of dark at this point. So I mean, do you have any type of fiber optics that would help you with that?
Let us see. Cyber optics here. No, I've only got anti-dazzle. I don't
So
have low light.
yeah, it's kind of hard to make out what you could use to.
Well, it's not so much that she wants to make sound. She wants to make sure that when he hits the ground, he doesn't make too much sound.
I mean, she could always prepare to catch him the moment he falls.
Yeah.
Assuming the sleep dart hits, that don't completely whip it.
Be his knight in shining armor and run in and catch him as he falls.
So she kind of just nods and says, I guess. I can't really tell. It's getting kind of dark, so I guess we got to do it now.
Right. And, alright, Sky's gonna nod, and he's going to train his eye on this fella. And he's gonna fire off that dart.
Fire.
Okay, let's see. Where'd I put that on the sheet? Over here. So that is a 16. Oh, that's not good. I'm going to spend. Did I do it now? I'll spend 2 luck to make that into an 18.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so you shoot him with your eye dart, and he's like, "What the fuck?" Ooh. Oof. Ah. Fucking mosquitoes are big.
And this guy is just like, he's like waiting. He's like, sometimes it takes longer, you know.
He puts his arm on the wall for a minute. He's like, ooh.
He looks at Paradox. He's like, I wouldn't be ready to catch him. Looks like he's about to fall.
All right, so she's gonna stealthily move in there.
Hey, roll your stealth check.
Start running. Okay, where are you? There you are. That was an 18.
Okay. So, how close to him are you getting?
Be enough to like trust fall him and
Okay.
like grab him by his shoulders and start dragging him to back behind the dune where Scotty is.
All right. So you kind of get in behind him where you could catch him, and he's like, "Whoa, oof, oh yeah," and he abruptly spins around and looks at you.
She's gonna take that concrete block that she still has in her hand.
I'm gonna have you
smack him upside the head.
I'm gonna have you roll a D10 against your cool, because when he spins around and his eyes meet your eyes, you know, for a brief moment you realize this sensation of something warm and wet on your legs.
Oh, no, oh God. I feel like that's more. I feel like that would make her do that move that she was going to do anyway, to smack him upside the head.
Here is cool.
I don't think there's a way to roll.
No, just roll it.
I know, but I'm wondering how much. Yeah.
Oh, how you see? I mean, you can see all your
six.
stats at the top. Yeah.
D10.
Yep.
That is a 4.
All right. I imagine that's under your cool score.
Yes, my cool score is 6.
So you keep your cool even though you've just been pissed on. Go ahead and try your action.
All right, just a brawling roll.
Yes, ma'am.
That's a 21.
So you go to hit him with this rock that you have. And he instinctively reaches up and grabs your arm before you connect with him. Can't even let a fella put his junk away, huh?
What is Paradox's reaction to this? She is going to turn on the charm and try and just lead him behind the dunes.
Okay, let's hear that. Or well, make your roll, but
I don't even know what I would roll for that. To be real.
could use persuasion would work, yeah.
Haha, that's a nat
10. For 25. And somehow she's salvaging the situation.
She just kind of smiles and bats her eyelashes and like motions to behind the dunes.
He's just standing there looking at you with this weird expression. He looks at the rock in your hand. What?
Well, Scotty is watching this with like fucking bated breath. He's like, "What is happening?"
So I'm guessing this sleep dart has not worked.
What are what? Where? Okay, where are we going?
Don't worry about that. Just follow me.
Okay.
She like drops the piece of concrete, not even looking at it or questioning it.
And he's lacing up his drawers as he's walking behind you. Oh, hey, I'm real sorry about that. Shouldn't sneak up on people when they're taking a leak.
Kind of looks away and just grimaces, and then looks back, still smiling.
I might have
Says, "Don't worry about it."
Are you sure? I might have a spare pair of jeans or something.
Why would I need jeans?
Well, because yours are. Oh, don't you have any jeans? Hey, he looks down at you. See what you're wearing.
I mean, she's wearing pants.
Oh, see, you got pants on. I mean, I might have they might be a little big, but I might have a pair.
She kind of just tries her best to keep the look on her face, and she's like, "What I'm saying is I don't need pants. You won't need pants."
Well, oh, okay. What are you doing? Where are you going? Did you just stop to talk to him now, or?
No, I mean, she's leading him to behind these dunes where Scotty is.
Okay. Like, well, I'm I don't know. It's I kind of like my pants. I mean,
I think during this conversation, Scotty has reloaded another sleep dart into his eye.
Please.
Like he's getting ready to just shoot this guy with another one. Surely a second dose will knock him out.
I mean, you're not. I don't think I've seen you before. Are you new?
Listen. You don't need to get to know each other. Just follow me.
Wow, my mom told me about people like you.
Can I shoot him?
Go for it.
Really not catching on here. Really not being a scabber. Man.
Does everybody have to be evil? I mean, are you gonna fire your dart, or what are you doing?
Yeah, I'm not
Okay.
firing.
Are you gonna leave Paradox to suffer a while longer?
No. I'm gonna spend a lot to make that a 50. No, that's not 15. That would be a 17.
17.
Surely this guy is not conditioned to be dodging things super well.
You
Man, it's a plus 14.
You shoot him. Where'd you shoot him at?
He's going right for the neck.
Right for the neck again. Okay. So Paradox, as you're, I imagine you're just kind of peeking behind you to talk to this guy.
Yeah.
And you guys are walking along, and he's kind of conversing with you, and he goes, ah, damn it! What the hell? Where do these fucking mosquitoes come from?
I don't know. Probably some radioactive factory out here.
Oh. Maybe. Say, I gotta go back to the camp. So he kind of starts stepping back away from you. Like, I really appreciate, and I'm real sorry about, that, but yeah, I gotta go. You're real pretty, but yeah, you're new here. That would just be bad.
Okay, as soon as he turns around, she's gonna try and grapple him and start choking him out.
Okay, go for it.
Come on. Damn it.
He's pretty strong. So how do you grapple him? You grapple him, but how do you grapple? You just like grab him around the neck and trying to put him in a
Yeah, he just
headlock or something, or what?
as soon as she feels that she doesn't have the upper hand here, she's gonna let her wolver slowly extend. She just says, "Shut up. Shut up, or it'll be your last word."
Odd or even?
And even Steven. Damn it. I knew I should have went with Odd Todd.
The dice are not on our side today.
So, Ring. You see through your scope. Do you have low light or anything like that with your optics?
I don't know. I gotta figure out where all that's at. Cyber optics. I don't have cyber optics.
You don't have low light with your scope on your rifle?
Yeah.
Okay. So you can see what's going on down here. So you see this it's kind of reminiscent of a clown show, basically. So you see Paradox sneak up behind this guy. As you're watching, you see him whip around, and they converse a little bit. She goes to hit him with the rock before they start to talk, and he catches her arm. And then they start moving off kind of together, and you notice as he's because you can't really get like a full body shot of him until they start walking, and you notice as he's walking he's like lacing up his drawers.
What's going on down there?
This guy felt like, I hit this motherfucker with 2 darts. What is this guy made of?
You really don't want me to come down there. You really, really do not want me to come down there.
Like, I'm just saying, 1 should be enough. This guy just took 2, and he's still like, as if nothing. This man is not natural.
I mean, I can put a bullet in him, but it's
No,
gonna start a shit show.
We're trying to capture him, not kill him. Just give us some time. If shit really starts going down, then fire away. But we're not there yet.
Okay, as you're talking with Scotty, Ring, what are you doing?
Watching.
Watching.
Kind of following him with the scope.
You're following Paradox and
the guy.
Okay. All right. So you see Paradox. This guy starts like backing away, and then turns to walk away, and you see Paradox like grab him from behind. And you notice when she goes to try to grab him from behind, you get an idea of just how big this guy is. She looks really small trying to grapple this guy.
You sure you don't want me to fire? Because y'all may be getting into a shit show. That guy's pretty big. Kind of reminds me of ex-boyfriend. Anyway,
He ate his Wheaties.
So from Sky's position, like the way this guy is facing, is he facing towards or away from where Scotty's at?
He's okay. So Scotty is kind of at the end of that building yet, and they never
Yeah.
actually made it back to the end of the building. So you've kind of been peeking around the corner and shooting him with darts.
Yeah, but he like turned around and started
Yep.
walking the other way. So
Yep.
right now his back is kind of to Scotty, right?
Yep. And on his back is Paradox.
Yeah. So I think at this point, Scotty's going to. I think at this point he's got to rush out, and don't remember when exactly I got this, but I see on my character sheet I got like a little suppression baton. So pretty much gonna try to give him a shock with that thing to give Paradox the chance she needs to actually kind of like
Okay.
get this guy.
You're gonna hit him with the baton.
Yep.
Okay, so go for it. Hit him with the baton.
Okay. So it counts as a light melee weapon. I'm trying to look over it. Yeah, it's a light melee weapon, so it does like a D6.
Hmm.
But it's about the stun, not the damage. So first attack is a 21.
Okay, and odd or even.
Even Steven.
Okay. Ow! What the hell? By the way, Paradox, you take 2 damage.
Ow. Okay.
You're not grounded, so he just hit this guy with a stun baton, so you're gonna share the damage with him.
Ew.
Got a second attack.
I do. This one is a nat 10 with a 27.
Okay. All right, so with the nat 10, I'm gonna give you the stun. So you hit him again. Paradox, you take 1 more point of damage. This time he like goes down on one knee. He's like, "Oh, owie! Why do you do that?" Oh, ooh, I'm really tired. And boom, falls over.
All right. First thing Paradox is going to do is make sure that their little commotion has not been seen by the rest of the group.
Ring, give
Yeah.
give me a perception check.
I was gonna say she's watching.
Well, you were watching what was going on, and you're still watching what's going on. Looks like with the 12. Okay.
You have luck.
She's fucking amused by this shit.
You have luck. Don't forget, you have luck.
I don't have enough luck.
All right, so what are you guys doing? Scotty, you just knocked him out. Between the sleep darts and the stun baton, looks like he finally went down.
All right, so he's gonna put the stun baton away. He's like, Jesus, and he's gonna take. Let's see. I'm pretty sure I have these handcuffs. Do I have those? I do. Okay. So first, he's gonna take some handcuffs and bind the guy's hands behind his back. Like the typical handcuffing.
Right. So as you go to handcuff him, you hear, "Hey Jimmy, is that you?"
Paradox, she's like maneuvering herself to start picking this guy up from like tucking her arms under his shoulders to drag him away, and she just pops her head up. She's like, "Do something!" to Scotty.
He's like, let me look at my skills. Let me look at my skills. What do I got here? What do I got here?
This is like special operations team from Gomer Pyle.
Okay. You know what? I'm gonna try acting because I don't have any points in the skill, but I do have
Okay.
good cool. So, Scotty's essentially gonna try to mimic this guy's speech and be like, uh, yeah, just taking a big old whiz right here, man.
Okay, roll.
That is a 13.
Okay, is that your final answer?
I'm out of luck already.
Can I give him my last 3 points of luck?
So that's what you say? You're just taking a big old whiz?
Yeah, it's like I think drink one too many beers, my guy.
Ooh, your pa's gonna be mad at you. This ain't Jimmy. Who the hell is this? And about that time, you see the two guys that went into the restroom kind of come walking around the corner. Give me an initiative roll. All
Damn
three
it.
of you.
Okay.
Ring's only response to this: should have let me put a fucking bullet in him.
Exactly.
Wow.
Paradox is gonna yell exactly at Scotty and said we should have just went guns ablazing and kept one alive. Trying to do this sneaky shit. We're not good at this, especially not without Paul.
I got a modest 8.
Got a 19.
14.
Okay, so Paradox got a what? 8? No?
19.
19. All right. Scotty got an 8. Ring. All right. So I am going to switch back over to Paul for a bit here. Right back. Paul, how you doing? There you are.
Can't complain.
Okay. So
Can't complain. He's
as
still alive, kind of.
as you turn your head, kind of looking to see who is coming in the door, expecting to see your friends, you see what you recognize as Calypso. I'm walking in, obviously barefoot as usual, wearing
I
just
swear this chick's not afraid of like tetanus or something. Shit.
flowing. Her clothing is like flowing like silks and whatnot.
Mhm.
No, not pants or anything. Kind of like a gown. She comes walking in there, just not afraid of nothing. You hear the little chime of the bells on the anklets that she has as she walks. Ah, no sleep yet, huh?
Yeah, no sleep. I mean, you guys keep me up. You haven't fed me. You barely give me fucking water. Keep these freaking music going.
Are you thirsty? She picks up the wine
Nah, you know
glass.
what I want? You know what I want? I want to sit down. That's what I want.
So what do you have to tell me? Just tell me what I want to know, and I will feed you. I will
All right,
give you
what do you want
whatever
to know?
you want.
What do you want to know?
Who is the young man?
What young man?
The one you remember. Started to talk about him.
Remember Burger Joint? I remember this young kid. I think he was a cop. Don't know his name. Then I don't even know if that was a fucking memory. Could have been hallucination. I've been up for God knows how long. Haven't ate. Barely drank any water. So who the fuck knows if I'm hallucinating or having a memory?
Maybe I can help you.
You know, that would be really fucking nice. How about that? Because you seem to have all the goddamn answers.
I don't have all the answers, or I wouldn't need you. Try telling me about Francisco.
And as she says that name, like, she can see the change on his face. Like, it's kind of like he knows that name. But in behind his eyes, kind of in his mind's eye, he's having flashback to the burger joint, to the situation in Arasaka, in front of Arasaka Tower, them going down into the basement, and it's coming in flashes, not in any linear order, but all of them are coming in flashes and waves. One minute it's them kind of clearing down towards the basement in Arasaka Tower. The next thing, they're sitting in the squad car discussing the pros and cons of burgers and noodles, and then the next scene he's talking about his sister. Um, and then they're flashing, then it flashes back to Paul watching Francisco lead the hostages up the ramp and kind of assumably to safety. And he looks up at her and he's like, "How do you know that name?"
No, 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 no. The question is, how do you know that name? Let
As
me
at this
sh-
point, go ahead, go ahead.
let me show you something. She says, and go ahead. She kind of starts walking behind the table.
At this point, kind of Paul, he knows that he knows this person, but he doesn't know where he knows them from. He knows the name. He can more or less put a face to the name, but he doesn't know where these memories are coming from. Because at this point, he's assuming they're memories now. It's like, to be honest, I couldn't tell you. I know the name, I know the face, but how I know him, I don't know.
She gives you, like, her hand is reaching for that dome over the top of the plate, and she stops when you say that. She gives you this look of disappointment.
Look, lady, clearly you know more than you're letting on. So how about you help me bridge that gap?
She snatches the lid off of the top of the plate, and there's a big, juicy burger.
Oh, I could go for a burger right now. Paul kind of stares at it, and his mouth is watering. Like he's actually kind of drooling a little bit, like legitimately. He's so hungry. He's like, oh
The cheeseburger torture.
man, you got any noodles?
I don't want to keep doing this, but I have to. Understand?
Fine, fine. I'll take the fucking burger. Anything at this point. Shit. What do you got? You got day old rice. I'll take that too.
Who
And
are
he's
you?
just he's staring at
Who
this
are
burger,
you,
man.
Burn Man? Tell me
Bacon
who
Man
you
literally
are.
tries to choose. Why the hell do you keep calling me Burned Man? Clearly, I'm not burned. I would know if I was burned.
I seen you on that day. I know. But you need help to remember.
Look, the only thing I don't even know if these are memories. Again, the only thing I remember is me and Francisco. We headed down to this basement, and he hasn't, at this point, for the sake of the viewers, he hasn't put two and two together. Like, he knows who Francisco is. He knows he's a cop. He knows they know each other, but he hasn't kind of connected the dots that he was also a cop at one point, for whatever reason. Could be the delirium, lack of food and water and all that shit. But he starts listing off kind of the flashes that he's having. He's like, yeah, we were down in this basement. The last thing I remember, he was walking up this ramp, leading some hostages out.
And you killed him.
Why in the hell would I kill him?
You killed my brother. Tell me why.
What was her name again? I can't remember her name. Because
Calypso.
what was it? No. Like, that's her name now. Was that
Right.
actually the name that
No.
Francisco gave her?
No.
Okay. That's what I figured. I wanted to make sure that they weren't one and the same. What was his sister's name? The original name? Because I can't remember that shit.
We'll say Alejandra.
Okay. Alejandra.
Mhm.
Ah, that's a nice name. What do you mean your brother? Unless your name's Alejandra, that's the only sister he told me about.
She just pauses for a minute. You know. Must tell me. You must tell me where he is. She actually like walks up to you. Puts her hand on you. You must tell me where he is.
I don't know where he is.
Give me back my brother.
The last thing I remember, he was walking up this ramp, leading some hostages away.
She looks over to the side and feed him. And she walks away. And these two
What'd
guys
she say?
feed him.
Oh.
And these two guys, your two buddies come in. And they actually unchain you. Lead you over behind the table and let you sit down.
Okay. So he sits down at the table, doesn't make a fuss. This is a plate in front of him, right?
Yep.
Okay.
A plate, and it is a big burger. Big, greasy burger. And actually, this may spark a memory for you because it is a burger that is made as close as she could to the burgers that Paul used to order from that little street cafe.
And he starts down on the burger. He paces himself. He doesn't like just gorge on the thing. Because he knows like this is kind of the one shot he might have to actually try and escape. So he's pacing himself. He's eating. He's taking sips of water slowly. You know, he's taking his time. But as he does eat this burger again, smell, olfactory, and is one of the strongest senses for memory. He starts flashing back to that, you know, that night before everything went sideways.
I'm gonna leave you right there. Okay, when we come back, we'll go through that flashback piece.
Mm-hmm.
Jump back over here to see what's happening here. Now we have what happened here? Okay, hold on a second. For some reason this did not take.
What's going on?
I was plugging this stuff in here and it didn't take, so give me just 1 second.
Okay.
It's in here.
Oh, for the initiative turn order.
Yes. All right. All right. So, Paradox, you get to react first. So you're like getting ready to try and lift this guy up. These two guys come around the corner and engage with you, and it looks like they're going for weapons when they see that their buddy Jimmy is not alone.
All right. Well, she's gonna take advantage of this guy being passed out and put her rippers right through his throat.
Okay. All right. So, all right, you slit Jimmy's throat. You like rip it out, violently.
And then she's running towards the nearest one.
All right. So you still have 1 attack left. So, and I mean, they're only about 20 feet away from you. So you have ripped out Jimmy's throat with your first attack. And your second attack is on the one on the right or the one on the left?
Which one's closer to Scotty?
The one on the right.
All right, she'll go for the one on the right.
Okay, roll.
Not great damage, but that's 21.
Okay, so you hit him. All right, you still have some movement left if you wanted to try to move away.
No, she's good.
Okay.
Shit's hit the fan. It's time for Plan B. They tried it Scotty's way. It did not work.
We had the guy. We had him.
Keyword being had. He's dead now.
Yeah, exactly. Now we're gonna have to find someone else to leave alive. Someone who isn't already knocked out and handcuffed.
Odd or well, he did piss on her, so I mean,
Yeah.
So odd or even, Scotty?
Even Steven.
No.
All right.
The dice aren't our friends today.
So I need you to give me an evasion check, please.
Okay. Let's see, is that body or fighting? Fighting. Okay. That is a 17. Man, I'm rolling a lot of raw 3s today. This is the day of 3s.
All right. And again.
Right. Another 3. Man, I swear, I've rolled like 5 3s today. That's another 17.
All right, you take 2 shots, 1 for 8 damage and 1 for 11.
All right, and I think both of those plink off my armor.
They do. All right. And Paradox. Odd or even?
Odd Todd. There we go.
So both of these guys attack Scotty. Roll me an evasion check, Scotty.
Wait, what are the 2 evasion rolls I just did? If it weren't.
That's the 2 pistol shots from the first one.
Oh, from the first guy. Okay, I thought that was both of those.
Second guy is also going to fire on you.
What is going? That's another 17. More 3s. What is going on? I can't roll anything but a 3 today. I should let people know my my initiative roll also a 3.
This one auto fires on you for 27 points of damage.
Okay. That goes through armor.
Ring, you suddenly see all hell break loose, and Paradox, like, rips the throat out of the sleeping guy. That's her first action.
Okay.
I'm gonna stop naming my NPCs, I think, because
You got it attached to Jimmy.
So what are you gonna do? I mean, she rips the throat out of one guy, runs up, slices another one, and then continues on past, and the two other assailants open fire on the rat.
So the one that Paradox is not trying to fuck up, she's going to try to take a shot at.
Okay, that'd be the one with the rifle. All right, go for it.
20 for 24 damage.
Nice shot. Okay, and your 24 damage roll. Okay. All right. So this guy in front of you who just auto fired on you, you suddenly see, he like you see him kind of jerk forward as something punches through his clothing. It's like, oh, ah. And that one's off field. And you are up, Scotty.
All right. So Scotty's gonna run up and with his electro bat, and he's gonna smack the guy that Paradox is slicing up, so she doesn't get in the way of like range shot on the other guy she already shot once.
All right, go ahead.
All right, that is a 17. Oh my god, my rolls today, Jesus.
Okay, that actually hits.
Ooh, okay, that is a 17 damage.
Mm-hmm.
Half his SP because melee weapon.
Yep,
That's a good roll.
that's a good solid hit. So you only have one attack with that thing?
Yep, it's a very heavy melee weapon. So rate of fire 1.
All right, so you just whacked him. A good one. Okay.
This guy's like, why would you flatline the guy we already had?
He pissed on my pants.
You're an adult, live with it.
Ring's going to pipe in and go, sir, are we doing this my way or mine and Paradox's way?
Doesn't look like we have a choice anymore.
Yay!
All
But
right.
you don't get to make the guy eat a grenade later.
Fuck you!
Scotty, we tried your way. It didn't work.
Because
I legit tried.
Who's
I
the
legit
guy?
tried.
Were you
I
trying when he
legit
decided to slit his throat open right there?
So OOC funny here real quick. When you screamed that, my bird started laughing.
The bird thinks it's funny. Paradox just points to her pants.
All right. So, are you still have movement? Are you moving as you're doing this talking?
He was kind of saying that like as he was running up and smacking the guy with the electrobat.
All
And
right.
then after he smacks that guy, like you said, have extra movement after that, right?
Yep.
All right. Is there anywhere that Scotty could get to that could act as cover with the rest of the movement he has?
That depends on how creative you are.
Well, right now we're like right in between buildings, right?
Mhm.
So, like the guys shooting at us right now are like on one end.
Right.
Technically, since we're melee, we're kind of at that end.
Yes.
I feel like we. It's not good positioning unless there's like a random like barrel or crate or something nearby. I don't see where Scotty would have
Well,
enough movement to get
at this point, there is a random something nearby.
Oh wow, how convenient.
Well, I mean, your partner kind of left it there.
The dead guy.
How desperate are you, rat?
You know what? Because I thought that's still in the same alleyway. Sky's gonna move a little bit to the other side of the guys. That way, like, if they try to do an auto fire again, it won't like we won't be like clumped together, so
Okay.
where they'd hit both of us.
All right. So you're gonna flank them in the opposite direction of Paradox.
Yeah, essentially.
Okay. And Paradox, you're up.
All right, she's just taking 2 swings.
At which one? Same one you tried to attack before?
Yep.
Okay, go for it.
An 18 for the first one, and a 20 for the next one.
Okay, you slice him twice. He's kind of messed up now. He's been sliced 3 times and whacked with an electro bat. So he is hurting, but not down.
Not yet.
You do have movement if you wish to use it.
Nope, he's not dead yet.
Oh, she's staying right there. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Well, then he is up. He like lifts this gun point blank range to fire at you, Paradox. So roll evasion.
Let me scroll up here. That's a 20.
Okay, roll evasion again.
That's another 20.
Wowee.
Tricks shit going here. All right.
That's 2 20s in a row.
All right, Paradox. Odd or even?
Odd Todd. God.
It is even.
Okay.
Roll evasion again.
That's a 15.
Okay. Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
You are taking 15 points of damage from an auto fire burst from the other guy.
Alright, let me see what my armor is here.
That's a crap.
Just
roll.
plinks off.
Yeah, I think that directly meets the armor. So I think that still ablates it,
Yep.
but you don't take any damage.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Okay.
All
That I
right.
can do.
That is Ring.
She taking another shot at the same guy.
Okay, roll a perception check for me real quick before you take your shot.
Go down here. Where the hell is my perception? 17.
All right, so you happen to notice that there are others that have, obviously, with all the gunfire going on, there are others coming now.
So as she's focusing in on the one that she wants to hit, she will come over the comms and goes, "Get your asses out of there unless you want to be shish kebabs." And then we'll fire on said individual that she
Go
was
ahead.
trying to aim at.
I feel like that's the best.
Kid.
And not just a nat 10 that comes
Oh,
up.
and double sixes.
Double sixes
All right.
as well. I
So-
think that's one of the best rolls you've ever had. Shit.
It is.
So why don't you tell us what that looks like? You take them out, however way you want to take them out with that shot. I mean,
She zeroes in straight through and through, straight through the head, and drops him. And if anybody is near, let's just say they're going to get a shit show shower.
okay, Paradox, you just got a shower of shit show.
That's fine. She's used to it by now.
So she knows how ring works.
Okay, so but she draws the line at the little bit of pee, but getting absolutely like splash zone of blood and gore. That's like, oh, that's no big deal.
Yeah, that's fine.
And after that shot, they're actually going to hear her come over the radio going, "Fuck yeah, baby!"
All right. So, and at this point, you all 3 of you notice that there are 3 more of these guys at the other end of these buildings, running to engage you. And with that, I am going to switch back over to Paul for a bit here. All right, buddy. So you have been unchained and helped to a seat at this table with a champagne glass full of ice cold water, a big juicy burger, and it's beautiful, man. It's cheese and onions and just delectable, delicious. You even have some steak fries on the plate.
Damn. Well, he's gonna take us. He's eating. A man's
And
eating.
two pickle slices, the wedges.
Hmm. So yeah, he's eating. And as he's going through this food, and he's being very methodical about it. He's being again, he's not like stuffing his face and stuff. He's being very methodical. He's but as he's going through it again, he's flashing back to that night. And the memories are starting to flood back in more now, more in line with like I guess chronological order. So he starts with them out to get grab some food, and they go to the burger joint first, and then they go to the noodle spot that Francisco liked to go to, and kind of progresses from there. And these memories are not really in super detail. They're kind of just think of the Cliff Notes versions of each one, and he kind of ends with he gets to like the last couple fries, and he's kind of going to eat one. It's about halfway to his mouth, and it ends with the scene of Francisco walking up the ramp, and Paul following him, and then Paul kind of feels that blast of heat and pressure before he's essentially blown to shit. Um, and as things start to settle, he finishes off the plate and the food. Um, I'm assuming that water's there too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's been sipping some water the whole time, and he's kind of looking at them. What are the other two guys doing?
Oh, they just came in and helped you to the food, and then they left. You've been in there by yourself.
Oh, okay. So yeah, he polishes off the water, the food as well. He's like, mind letting a guy go to the bathroom?
No response.
Yeah, kind of just shrugs.
You do
He's kind of
you do
what? Go ahead.
feel you do feel a little weird. I mean, obviously you haven't eaten in a long time.
Yeah, yeah.
So I mean, you've got that going on. You probably have a you know the psychological effect of not eating in several days, and now you just had this meal. Um,
Yeah, yeah. He feels heavier. He starts to feel a little sick to his stomach, but he kind of focuses on just kind of blocking that out because he knows he needs the food.
no answer.
So is he completely uncuffed?
Yep.
Okay. So he kind of just sits there for a minute, and he gets up. He after a while he gets up and he goes tries the handles on the door.
As you when you get up and you start walking over the door, it's like waves of dizziness. Your vision kind of blurs a little bit. You don't pass out, but it's a little bit of a challenge. It's like not having sea legs and being on rough seas on a boat.
Oh, okay.
But you
So
make it. You make it. Yeah, go ahead.
he kind of holds himself up kind of against the wall before he opens it to kind of get his head right and kind of shake off as much of the dizziness as he can. Um,
The door
but
opens.
yeah, door opens. Okay.
When you test the handle, the door not locked, opens right up.
Okay. So as that's confirmed, he kind of leaves the door slightly ajar. He walks back, and he picks up the plate, takes it with him.
Okay.
Then he starts walking.
All right.
He peeks out. He kind of looks up and down. I guess whatever hallway or if there is like a uh you know left and a right.
When you get outside of this room, you notice it opens up into just a wide open space. Directly in front of you, there's a ramp. So about 30 feet away, there's a ramp that leads up to a garage door. And along that are some steps that lead up to a platform, looks like a loading dock or something. And there's a door there. And you hear noises like cars, voices, things.
Right. So he's gonna make his way carefully towards the staircase and up the staircase towards that door. Is you said there's like a garage door? Is that open or is it
Nope, it's
closed?
closed.
So he goes up the stairs to that kind of ramp platform to the door.
The noises get louder. Not necessarily voices, but definitely hear the sounds. These familiar sounds to you as you get up close to this door.
Okay.
It's one of
So
those security doors where you got the little push bar thing to open it.
of course there is.
Yeah, I mean, you're not, the dizziness isn't going away, man.
Yeah.
You're like swimming. You are high as fuck. You can tell that.
So he's gonna kind of collect himself as best he can and kind of push on this push bar to kind of ease the door open a little bit so you can kind of take a peek.
Yeah, you start pushing. You kind of got to lean into it a little bit to get it to. It's
Uh,
heavy, so you kind of
uh,
got to lean into it a little bit, and then it just kind of gives, and you
okay.
find yourself stumbling out into an alleyway.
All right. So he is it like a through alleyway or is
Yep.
it like okay. So he looks up and down this alleyway.
Oh man, and that just makes your head spin.
Uh,
You're able,
like you need to break.
you're able to look up and down but I mean, every time you do that, these movements
Move your
is
head. Yeah.
right, and you see at the end of this alleyway, you know there's automobiles or something, vehicles down there, but when they go by, it's like this stretching blur of color that goes by.
Oh boy. So he walks to that main thoroughfare slowly, and he actually kind of keeps his eyes on the ground mostly, and kind of looking ahead of himself, so he doesn't like trip over anything. He's using the wall to kind of guide himself and kind of keep from falling over. But he's kind of looking about halfway between the ground and like looking straight on. So like he would be looking at someone's waist. Someone was standing in front of him essentially.
Okay.
And he's walking up towards hopefully a main street or something or somewhere.
Yeah, you get down to the end of the alleyway, and you don't really recognize where you're at exactly, but I mean, obviously you're in the city.
Okay.
The street out in front of you looks like a really busy. It's a 4-lane street, lots of activity going on. You hear, horns beeping, people talking shit. That low hum of a city.
Of the city, yeah. So as he's kind of addressed that he is still in Night City, he kind of
Give me a perception check, quick.
all right, stand by. Awareness. That's a 14. You know what? I'm gonna burn some luck. I'm gonna burn 3 luck to make that a 17. Why not?
Okay. So in your when you realize now what you burnt your luck on, so you're doing this. You're looking around. You got all these things going on, and you suddenly remember that you were completely naked.
Good thing you grabbed the plate. And then he does. He looks down at himself. He kind of looks at the plate. He kind of shrugs and kind of just moves it in front of the goods for a moment before taking a seat. Sits down right in there in the alley and kind of leans his head back against that wall, kind of just okay. And then he kind of pauses for a moment. He's like, "Hey, Sebastian, you there?"
Nothing.
No.
As a matter of fact,
I thought so.
you cannot. You realize when you try that your agent, your comms, dead. Nothing.
Why is nothing ever easy? Okay. So he just sits there. He sits there for a minute, just collecting himself.
Hey, buddy. You all right? You need ride? You all right?
You got a phone?
A phone? No. I what do you need a phone
An
for?
An agent.
Look, I can give you a ride, but I ain't letting you use my agent. No.
Fine, I'll get a ride. And he gets up, still holding the plate to the business, and he walks over to the gas car.
All right, where and he does. He has a cab, so he's looks
Okay.
like a cabbie.
He gets in the cab.
Opens up the back door. Here, you just top. You got. I don't suppose you have any money.
I can pay you when we get to where I'm going.
All right. Look, that's fine. Okay, just get in. Where are we going?
I guess. Do you want me to roll to see if he remembers the address?
No.
Okay, he gives him the address to the hotel.
Okay. He helps you in the car. Goes around, hops in the driver's seat, and starts driving. With that, I'm going to switch back over to our other folks. All right, guys. So you are facing down the bad guys, I guess. I don't know. Good guys, maybe. Because you guys are sounding awful bad right now. Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So, Paradox.
Yes.
You got 3 more of these guys that the 2 that you were just fighting are 2 and 3 that are in the alley with you are in between these buildings with you are you happen to see Jimmy give one last gasp as spits blood and whatnot, and yeah, throat's all tore up. Try as I might to bother them with this stuff, nothing.
I mean, you made them scabs.
That's true.
I was to say, you made him like enemy number 1.
I didn't name them Skeet, so I mean, come on.
Yeah, but scabs are a close second.
So what are you doing? It is your turn, Paradox. You got 3 more coming.
Paradox.
And you just killed their little buddy Jimmy.
Well, so guy she's been wailing on is still alive, right?
No.
Okay. So, and the guy on the left is there or obliterated already?
He's the one whose head you're wearing what's left of it.
All right. So she is very slowly, very intimidatingly, is gonna start walking towards the 3.
Carry.
Yes.
All right, you're just gonna start walking towards them. You don't have a reserve action, anything like that. You can technically use your actions. So I mean,
Yeah. If the first one that opens fire is gonna get sprinted at and attacked.
all right. And so the out of the 3, you have the one in the middle who looks like he has a sword. The woman on the right has an assault rifle, and the guy on the left, like he has some sort of assault rifle as well, or some type of rifle. And the woman opens fire. So you're gonna charge into the bullets.
Yep.
Roll evasion, Scotty. Roll evasion as well.
Okay. I got a nat 10, so 27.
Okay.
I got a 16. I'll use 2 luck and make that an 18.
Okay, so you both evade that. All right. So I'm gonna give you a chance here because I have all 3 of them going at the same time, but I'm gonna roll back through the turn order quick. So Ring, you are up.
Guys, much fun as I want to have here, y'all fixing to have a shit show coming y'all's way, and not the good kind.
First 3 seem like they're pretty easy. I mean,
Yeah, that was 3.
as long as you can get them to come at you 3 at a time, you're probably okay.
Yeah, that's that.
Guys be like, you sound so confident about taking on these 20 people before.
I mean, from up here, I'm decent. I'm talking about y'all.
Look,
Did
these
any
are
of
the
y'all
best-
happen?
Go ahead.
Did any of y'all happen to bring, bombs, grenades, anything like that?
Let's
Just
see.
like silence from
I could
Scotty.
answer that. I could answer that question, but I'm not sure you'd really want to know.
I think
Sky
the answer
does.
is no.
Yeah, Sky doesn't have anything like that.
Got it. So kill 2 of these guys, subdue the other, and run like hell.
Yep, sounds good. And she's gonna aim for the guy with the sword and take a shot.
Go for it.
19 for 25 damage.
Miss.
Ouch.
And
Well, shit.
Scotty, you're up.
Before I go, didn't Paradox have a reserved action for the first person that shot?
She did.
Yes.
And she's going to take that last, which means right after you take your turn.
All right.
Okay. So, yeah, I think. So we've got a person with a sword, person that, I mean, both Scotty and Paradox did evasion, so that was an auto fire, right? Come from that person.
Yep.
Okay, so Sky's gonna go after that person with the electro bat. And gonna take a swing. That's
Okay.
a 17 for 13
So-
damage. Man, I rolled
Hold on to that. We're going to cancel that roll because since you're both
will combine.
attacking the same person, Paradox, go ahead first.
Okay.
I'll gladly take back that roll.
So first roll is a 20 and then a nat 1. So
Odd or even?
odd pod. All right.
All right. So you have. Oh, I'm going to say you stumble on that one and take a -1 to your next attack. Or defense, whichever comes first.
For me? For
Yep.
Paradox?
Yep.
Okay.
And the first attack hits. So, yeah, you slash him with the first. Her, actually. You slash her. First attack. And Scotty.
Yep. Well, I guess since you're letting me, I'll re-roll that attack. That is a 23 for 17 damage.
All right, so you give her a good whack. So tell us what that looks like, man.
So I'm gonna say that like while they're busy like trying to evade Paradox's Wolvers,
Mm-hmm.
Scotty just gets like a good like crack across the head with the electro bat. Like it's not bringing them down, but damn, did that like you could just like hear it that didn't go that hurt, and some like sparks fly off from the electro bat and like sparks up.
That's 11 points of damage you just did to her. So definitely hurt.
Yeah, that's an ouchie.
That it did. All right, so Paradox, you are
Yes.
back up again.
All right. She is going to turn her attention to the guy with the sword. Take a swing, 2 swings at him.
Go for it.
Ooh, that's a 14 for the
And
first one.
that's a miss.
And a 20 for the next one. But only 8
And
damage.
that is also a miss.
Ah, okay.
Defender wins in a tie.
All right.
I'll give you that one so you know what you're rolling against. All right. You have movement. Do you wish to move?
Nope.
Okay. Now, I'm going to start from the left. So the guy who has not actually been hit yet. And he is going to open fire with his rifle. So I'm going to have both of you roll evasion.
Okay.
Since we're so close to this people's allies, would their allies be in this line of fire?
They would be.
I will use my last luck to make that a 22.
Okay.
I got a 23.
All right.
I am out of luck.
Join the club.
Okay, so both of the other two get hit, but not you guys. All right, so now the next one up is next one up is the guy with the sword, and he is going after you, Miss Slicey Dicey.
Key.
I don't know. He just kind of got shot up by his friend. Maybe he's pissed at his buddy there.
Their scabs is normal. They shoot each other.
Oh my god, Paul would do great here.
Am I rolling evasion first?
Yes, you are.
Okay. As a 19?
Okay, and you're out of luck, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you're gonna take 5 points on that one.
Okay, and is that half? 'Cause
Half
it's
SP,
melee?
yeah.
Okay.
And so no damage, right?
14. Yeah, no damage.
Okay, roll
Yeah,
evasion
that's
again.
still plinking.
That is a 20.
Okay. And yeah, missed. So
Okay.
the third one, and
There's a third one? Okay.
yeah, there's 3 of them. No, no,
So
no, no,
another
no,
20.
no, no,
Oh.
no, no. Not
Oh, the
for
third
you.
guy. Third
Yeah.
guy. Got it.
Yeah, Scotty. Scotty is getting shot at.
Yep.
Okay, roll evasion.
That is a 23.
And you managed to dodge it. Okay. Ring, you're up.
She's gonna attempt to. Yeah, screw it. She's gonna try to shoot the freaking sword guy again.
Okay, go for it.
I'm
Is that your final answer?
gonna use 2 luck and make it a 21.
All right. You hit. What does that look like? It's not a so he's still alive. But that 31 points of damage definitely probably took him right off his feet. So tell us all about it.
Yeah, she would have aimed for the head,
Mm-hmm.
but drops just slightly at the last second, ends up going through his shoulder and basically just shoving him over. And probably doing some pretty heavy damage to his arm.
All right, I imagine you're staying where you're at.
Yeah, she's still up at it, kind of out of the way. So.
Scotty, you're up.
All right. So Sky's just gonna take another crack at this person in front of him.
Okay, go for it.
So that is a 21 for 21 damage.
Okay, so that's the end of her.
Yeah, there are double sixes in there, so I'm going to roll the 2d6 and just see what kind of injury that was.
Sure.
Okay, that is a 10. Oh, that's a pretty good one. What does that
That's a your 2d6s doesn't do it. You need a 2d8.
Oh, right, you do your different system for that.
Yep.
Right, I was doing the base system. Okay, 2d.
Oh, go ahead. Do the base system. That's fine. You tell us what it was. That's fine.
A 2d6 with a 10 gets me that is a spinal injury.
Okay.
So Sky kind of winds the bat up and he swings and it hits this person. I think hits this lady in the back, and you could everyone near can hear a loud just crack, and when that bat makes contact with her, and then she kind of falls to the ground, and there's a weird, her body's at a weird angle right now. That spine is sufficiently snapped.
Okay. All right, that one's down. Wow, man, one of you cuts out the sleeping guys that you knocked out, not just sleeping, but knocked out, cuts his throat, and the other one nails this lady in the back with a baseball bat, a powered baseball bat. I don't want to meet you people in a blind alley, by the way. Just saying.
You forgot making a guy's head explode.
Yeah, and then the head explosion thing. Yeah.
All according to plan.
Paradox, you're up.
All right. So sword guy is still on the ground and still alive.
Yep.
All right. She's gonna go for the other guy with the rifle.
Okay.
Looks like sword guy is it's his lucky day. He gets to live for a little bit longer.
All right.
Yeah. Just let me scroll down here. Oh, that is a nat 10. That is a 32 for a 13 damage. That is a 19 for 4.
Okay, that actually, the first one for 13 hits, second one misses.
Okay.
Yeah, tell us what that looks like. I mean, you messed this guy up pretty good. He's not dead yet, but what did you do to him?
Yeah, so she's just gonna take a swipe and shred up his arms that are holding his gun. And then she's gonna go over the comms and says, "Keep the sword guy alive. Go for the rifle guy."
Okay. And with that, Paradox, Scotty, roll evasion for me.
Okay. A 16. Ouchie.
As a 15, not great.
Okay. I did this backwards. I'm gonna have you roll perception for me now. Neither one of you have any luck left, right?
Nope.
Okay.
So
it didn't matter.
what we get?
Oh,
We both rolled that one. Greg, I don't think we see anything.
I am seeing this. You do not see anything.
Oh, boy.
I'm sorry. How many d6s did you just roll? Oh my! What is?
Each of you has just taken 27 points of damage. And you learn this really weird experience of flying for a few seconds as the grenade that was just tossed between you goes off.
Oh boy.
And
it's one hell of a grenade.
It's also an incendiary grenade, so you're going to take an extra 5 points of burn damage, which goes directly through your armor.
Oh, right. There's armor. Okay, hold on.
Wait, how many?
5.
5. God damn. Where can I get those incendiary grenades?
And with that, Ring, down below you, where you've been helping take these guys down, you see a large explosion. And the brightness from it through your scope blinds you momentarily.
You're gonna hear her cussing in German through the headset or through the comms.
I think everyone should be cursing and random languages through the comms. It's Scotty and Paradox right now.
And with that, we are gonna flip back over to Naked and Afraid over here. Or maybe Naked and Not Afraid, I don't know. Okay.
Nope.
So you get into the taxi, and this guy kind of looks back at you a couple times. He's like, "Hey, are you sure you're all right, man?"
I'll be all right. I'll live.
Okay. I mean, weird shit happens sometimes. I get it. I had I've had a few nights where, they said eat the worm and I shouldn't eat the worm, and you wake up in some strange places,
Yeah, well, let's just say this is one of the weirder places I've woken up at.
Yeah. Hey, here's my little sister. She, she usually has been the one to save me, helps me out when I get in trouble. Do you got any family?
Nah, they're all gone.
Oh, yeah, my little baby sister, Alejandra.
Right. Paul really doesn't respond to that. He's just staring out the window, kind of making sure they're going the right way, essentially.
Yeah. Yeah, he's looks like he's taking you. I mean, at first it's a struggle, Paul, because I mean, you really are in bad shape.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not
It's not
you're
easy to look out a window, a bunch of moving cars and lights and all that shit.
exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
But, the few glimpses you've been able to take before, just about throwing up in the backseat of this dude's car, um, you did recognize some of the buildings.
Okay.
So your guess would be that he's taking you to the right place. What's your name, man? What's your name? I know Night City. Nobody's nice. Nobody's friendly. Whatever. I'm just I'm just a friendly cabbie, man. That's all.
Gotcha. It's Paul.
Paul, good
And
to
you?
meet you, Paul. Francisco.
And Paul just starts laughing at that point.
What? What?
And if you're listening, like if someone's really paying attention, there's a small note of hysteria in there. It's like nothing. I had an old buddy of mine. His name is Francisco. Good kid.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Was he as handsome as me?
What are you talking about? You're butt ugly. He was a good looking kid.
Oh man. I better get a good tip for that. This is some bullshit here.
Yeah. He was a good kid. He did his job well.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you do for a living, Paul?
Well, let's just say I'm big into lo mein.
Big into low main. What you work? You work for one of those biochem companies or something like that? You a corpo?
No. Hell no.
Corpos get themselves into some weird shit sometime.
Yeah, I mean you're not wrong. They do. Honestly, I don't even know. I can't even imagine what it would be like to live corpo life. No, no. I like food. Pretty decent cook.
Oh, okay, okay. You got you. What do you cook at a restaurant or something like that? Street vendor?
Private.
Were you? What are you, a private chef or something, Mister Big Man?
No, just
I'm gonna say
friends
it'd
and
be a
family
little weird
mostly.
if you're a private chef running around in the street naked. That'd be a little weird, just a little bit.
Hey, like you said, sometimes you eat the worm, right?
Yeah, yeah. Don't remind me.
Yeah. Well, and he kind of leans his head back against the seat and kind of closes his eyes for a moment.
All right, look. You don't look too good, man. I tell you, we're just about here to the hotel. Uh, fuck. Yeah, I'll help you out. All right, I'll help you out.
I'm all right. I'm all
You
right. Just
sure?
pull
I
up
mean, you
out.
got a room here, right? Or you need to get a room. Maybe I can,
No, I'm okay. I'll I can make it to the door
you
and
want me
then
to put
I'll.
you want me to let you out in the garage? You want me to let you out in the front? I mean, the
No,
front might be a
just
little.
yeah. Don't worry about it. I've got the necessaries covered. Uh, and he kind of as he pulls up to the front,
So
he
should
looks
I
at him.
just wait here for my fare or what? What?
Yeah,
I mean, I
yeah,
could
yeah.
come in with you. I mean, I could come
No,
in with you.
you're okay.
I
Don't worry.
sure, I don't know. I don't normally do this kind of thing with people. And I'm a little worried. I don't want you stiffing me or anything.
Don't worry. You know where I live. I'm gonna be
I
right.
would I would
Just wait
say
right
give me
here.
something to hold on to, but about the only thing you got that damn plate. I don't want that.
Hey, I don't doubt that. Just give me about 10, 15 minutes. Let me throw on some clothes and I'll get you your Eddies.
All right, all right,
And he kind of stumbles out of the back of the car. And he walks into the front lobby.
okay.
walks into the front lobby, walks right over to the elevators, and punches the number for his room, floor, and punches the number to his floor.
Okay. One of the ladies in the lobby is like, hey, and yeah.
Was she trying to say hi or stop him?
You just headed right into the elevator, man.
Yeah, he just walked right. He's like, oh, gone right upstairs.
Okay.
That's essentially what he does. He goes right upstairs to his room.
That elevator ride is the weirdest thing you ever experience, because the moment it starts moving, it's like you suddenly feel as though you have become a rocket ship.
Oh boy, drugs.
Taking off from the ground.
Don't do drugs, kids. Seriously.
Oh, you get up to your floor, and as the elevator kind of comes to that lurching stop, that's again that suddenly you literally feel as though your stomach has like fallen out of you onto the floor, and you can feel it in the back of your throat as things start.
Nope. He just grits his teeth. Like, takes a deep breath and just stands there for a moment. But he does have the wherewithal to put his hand in front of the elevator so it doesn't close.
Okay.
So he stands there for about a solid minute,
Mm-hmm.
and then he exits the elevator and kind of walks down towards his room.
Okay. A couple of people go walk by you in the hallway, and one gives you a weird look, and the other one more of an appreciative look. They don't say anything.
He looks at the person that kind of gave him that once over. He's like, it ain't for sale. And he as he gets to his room, he passes one of the cleaning ladies her little cleaning cart there, and he takes the plate and kind of tosses it in the waste bin as he gets to his room, and he
and you hear her in Spanish very, very lightly under her breath saying, "What the fuck? Motherfucker."
¿Qué carajo es eso? That's what she said.
Yeah.
But he gets to the door and he tries the handle, forgetting that you kind of need a key card. But he looks back at her. He's like,
yeah, and again in Spanish, she's just going on in that rapid fire.
She's cursing him out, boy.
Yeah, what do you want me to dress you to like a baby? I'm supposed to open the doors for you. You just walk by, throw your trash in my cart, and what's wrong with you people?
I would also like to reiterate, he threw the plate in the trash bin that those carts normally come with. Just saying.
Mm-hmm.
So does she open the door, or is he just standing out
there?
there?
After she comes, she like walks down the hallway and kind of puts a hand on one hip and looks at you for a moment. just stares right into your eyes with this intense, heated look.
And Paul's like, "You're contemplating slapping me across the head, aren't you?"
Contemplating it? No, I'm trying to stop myself from slapping your ass silly. I'm gonna slap that smile right off your face.
Ma'am, as you can see, I misplaced quite a few things. My room key amongst them. Can you please open the door?
Please. Now that's the word right there, right? That's the big word. Makes everything all right. And she uses her key card, opens the door.
Thank you. And he heads on in and shuts the door.
Okay.
And he actually takes a quick shower. He goes to the bathroom, takes a quick shower. Takes about 10 minutes. Cleans himself up, gets on some clothes, grabs his gun, grabs a jacket, and all the other necessaries, and he does walk back downstairs, um, out the front door.
All right.
Is Francisco still there?
Nope. The cab is gone.
I thought so. He just looks around for a moment.
Roll perception for me at a -6.
Oh boy! All right.
Shower did help, by the way.
So that's a 13, and you know what? I'm gonna spend all the other rest of my luck to make that a 16.
All right. So in your state, slightly better from the shower and whatnot. Looking around on the street, you really you don't see that vehicle anywhere. You see people, the normal. They're all over the place. You just have this weird sensation like you're being watched or something. But I mean, that could be normal at this point too. I mean, is anybody really watching you? Maybe they're all watching you.
Maybe.
I mean, you
never
did
know.
just walk into this hotel naked. And,
Yeah.
still kind of look like you're probably stoned. I mean,
Oh yeah, So he kind of shakes his head and he walks back inside, heads back to the elevator, and actually punches in the code for the bunker.
Okay. And I'm going to leave you right there. All right, guys. So you just got a ticket to ride on the explosion. And yeah, that was horrible. I know.
Don't worry. I laughed. You just didn't hear it.
Right. All right. Ring. So we left off with you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So your friends just got through this explosion, and you just had your typical German fit, I guess.
She's blind right now.
That's a few seconds. I mean, you're not gonna be like blind for a long period of time. You can wipe your eyes and get back to trying to figure out what's going on down there.
She is actually going to sling her rifle over her shoulder and take off down towards where the others are.
Okay. And Scotty, you are, for a moment, you're dazed and confused, man. And that's it hurts so much that you don't feel anything right now. You don't hear anything either, nor see anything. But you are conscious.
I feel like it's that he doesn't feel anything until he feels hot.
Yes.
Because he probably needs to put out that fire, right? It's an incendiary effects will put the person on fire.
Yes.
So yeah, he's gonna try to scramble for any cover he can find in the immediate area and pat himself out.
Well, there are 3-4 other lumps around you that are on fire right now as well.
See, Jimmy was a pretty big guy from what you said.
Yeah, but they're at those are at the other end. Because you guys ran up on these 3. But yeah, but
whichever...
I mean, you could run down there by Jimmy, or try to get down there by Jimmy, I guess. Your movements...
I mean, whatever the best form of cover he can take and be able to pat himself out. Like if he's able to make it over to Jimmy, then fine. If not, whatever biggest lump there is near him, or I don't know if any particularly sturdy crates or whatever made it.
But you could try to take cover behind the edge of one of these buildings if you want to.
Yeah. Scotty will go there, taking cover and patting himself out, and he's gonna yell, like, "Hey, you alive?" He's obviously calling out to Paradox.
Paradox?
She just goes, barely. But I'm alive and I'm conscious. That's all that matters.
I'm thinking it's about time we skedaddle.
Yeah, do you see anybody that's alive?
Roll perception for me, Scotty.
Okay.
Say your vision's
I
starting to
imagine
come
after
back.
that there's probably some smoke up. That's a 13.
Yeah, between still feeling the effects of that blast, there's smoke in the air. I mean, you can't distinguish anything much than the lumps in front of you.
This guy will just say, no fucking clue.
Paradox just
And-
goes, great.
And I guess that by now that's probably the end of Sky's turn because patting out the fire counts as an action, if I recall.
Mm-hmm. It does. And that brings us to you, Paradox.
All right, she's gonna do the same and also try and, if she can, try and kick one of the other lumps to see if they move.
I mean, if you kick them hard enough, they move.
With enough, kick anything with enough force, it'll move.
Yeah, it's not with force. It's just to kind of see if she can elicit like a sound out of them.
It's like poking a dead body with a stick.
Give me a perception check. And this isn't for detecting life in the dead people that are laying around you, but
It's a little better. It's a 16.
okay, you do see some movement. It is not the one of the four other lumps is over by the wall of one of the buildings. You're assuming that's probably Scotty. These other three don't look like they're going anywhere. But you do see movement and quite a bit of it coming towards you guys. Or towards you.
All right, Scotty, we just gotta go. These guys are dead. No use.
If only we had one restrained that we could have taken. What a tragedy!
If only.
If only. Paradox will reply. Oh yeah, that would have been good.
Poor Jimmy. All right, so you guys are gonna get up and start running or trying to take off?
Yep.
Okay, I need each of you to roll evasion twice for me.
Oh boy.
Okay. I believe at my HP, I'm now seriously wounded, so I'm going to be having a -2 to these rolls. A 21 and, wow, okay, a 28. So I guess it doesn't matter. I'm rolling well here.
Paradox, you get hit twice. The first time for 15 points of damage.
Okay. It's -2 damage.
Second time for 17 points of damage.
Ouch.
That's 5 damage.
Scotty, you get hit 0 times.
The rat scurries away.
Yeah.
Into the night.
What luck. So, Ring, as you come rushing down towards these buildings, you see a rather rough-looking Paradox and Scotty come towards you.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're taking fire. Matter of fact, you physically see Paradox get hit twice.
She is gonna holler at them to keep going. She is gonna pull her auto rifle, and she's gonna cover fire
Okay.
to help make sure they get out.
All right. Give me a roll on your cover fire.
That is a 21.
Okay. So she manages to suppress for 1 turn. All right. So you all 3 make it back to the top of the dune. Well, yeah, I'll say you all 3 make it back to the top of the dune. Paradox, you're up. You're not over the dune.
She's just gonna keep going as
Okay.
quick as she can, which is not very quick because she's definitely past half now.
Okay, you keep moving. And Ring, are you moving with Scotty, trying to help Scotty? How bad a
No,
shape is
she's-
Scotty in?
Scotty,
Huh?
How bad is
how bad is shape?
Yeah.
Oh, he's like, I mean, my HP is like 20 out of 50, so like he's rough shape, surely, but he's not like about to die. So he's definitely looking rough.
Then she's pushing them on, and she's staying where she can keep cover fire to make sure those two get out.
Okay, I'm gonna have both Scotty and Ring roll evasion.
Right, 17.
If I can remember where it's at.
It's in the fighting section.
No.
Oof.
Oh no.
That's not one.
Okay, Ring, you take 15 points of damage. Scotty, you take 6.
6. All right, that thankfully plinks off my armor.
Same.
Good thing
And-
that this roll was low.
Scotty and Ring, roll evasion.
That is
16.
a 15.
Scotty, 25 points of damage.
Oh my goodness.
Ring, 20 points of damage.
Owie.
And
Well, now
you-
Sky's looking really bad.
You do happen to notice that there are 4 of these guys that are running up the there's a couple of them that have kind of hung back and are firing at you with their weapons. And there are 4 that are running after you. With that, Ring, you're up.
She is gonna holler at Paradox to get Scotty out.
How close is Paradox to Scotty?
You could. Well, you were running to get out of there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So could she like stop and wait for Scotty to catch up to her?
Well, that would put him. It means you're waiting for him to get over the dune.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Okay.
in initiative order, at least, Scotty.
Is-
Yeah, I'm going next, and then it's Paradox. So
Mhm.
he's probably about to catch up to her anyway, right?
Possibly, yes. Probably.
Hopefully.
So, what are you doing?
I mean, yeah, Scotty. He's
No,
hoofing
no.
it as far as he can. Oh, sorry.
Ring.
Ring's gonna she's gonna throw cover fire again.
Okay.
Our
Go
goal is to
for
make
it.
sure they get out.
Roll. 17. Okay. So you throw
Actually-
up. What?
Yeah.
Go
No.
ahead.
No, just 17.
Okay, you definitely cause a couple of the guys that are running at you to basically drop to the ground. to avoid getting hit. Two of them seem to dodge out of the way and keep coming. You still have movement. Are you going to get up over the dune at this point, or are you going to stay there?
She's gonna stay and make sure that Scotty gets over.
Okay, Scotty, you're up.
Yeah, and Scotty is hoofing it like a dash action, doing everything he can to move as fast as he
And that will put you up over the dune.
can. All right.
So, Paradox, you see Scotty come bobbing up over the dune. No ring. You do hear her firing on the other side.
She's just gonna do what Ring asked her to do and help Scotty get out. She's gonna kind of offer her shoulder to Scotty, and they can kind of use each other to get out of there quicker, and make sure that they stay together.
Okay.
Yeah, and Scotty takes that because he's not looking great, so
All right.
he'll definitely take a shoulder to lean on right now.
Ring.
Yep.
Roll evasion for me. Twice.
20 and 14.
Okay, first one misses.
Paradox comes over the comms and says, "I got Scotty. Get out of there."
You take 15 points of damage.
Okay.
Which I'm sure your armor absorbs most of that.
Yeah, she only took like 2 damage.
Okay. And with that, you are up.
She is going to, as she's moving back, unload the last of her club.
Roll. Are you actually just doing it for suppressive fire, or?
Yeah. So that is 18.
All right. Same result.
And she's moving backwards as that's happening, so
All right.
to get out of there.
So I'm gonna let you guys make it out of there. Each one of you, like Scotty, each one of you is hurt at this point, right? So you're each gonna take 2 additional bleed damage.
Okay.
You get back to your vehicle. Who's driving?
Paradox will drive.
Paradox is driving. Okay. Now remember that those negatives for your injuries apply to your driving skills as well.
I feel like even with that, she's still the best person to drive.
Yeah, probably. She'll probably drive like an ace, even being half dead. So now for all 3 of you, I'm gonna, you get out of this situation. Paradox gets in the vehicle. You guys get in the vehicle. Vehicle gets shot a couple times, so it takes some damage. And you speed off out of here. You can call that piece of your mission whatever you want to call it. I'm not sure what to call it at this point, but so you're in the vehicle. What are you doing as Paradox is driving wherever she's driving to?
She's driving back to the base.
Back to base, okay.
Ring will be in the back trying to make sure Scotty doesn't bleed out.
Yeah. I gotta patch up those wounds because
Okay.
especially if he's bleeding out 2 damage a turn. That's not good.
So give me a paramedic roll. Yeah. You're struggling with this. He is messed up. He's burnt.
She only knows basic first aid. She's not a paramedic in any form or fashion.
He's burnt. You're trying to bandage him, and you're like bandaging one hole and realizing there's another one like 2 inches away from it.
Yeah, I mean, couldn't stabilization be done with either paramedic or
Nope,
first
not
aid?
when it's this serious.
Oh, okay.
It has to be paramedic or surgery.
That's why Paradox is going back to the base. Go see the doc.
Okay, so how about you for Ring? You're not taking 2 per turn. You're taking 1 per turn. I just figured it would take you 2 turns to get back to the vehicle. That's why I gave you 2 points of damage. But
Okay.
you will take 1 additional point of damage each turn as you're bleeding. So we definitely need to do something with that. Ring, you're struggling with this. You're not able to stop the bleeding. I mean, you're trying, but what are you gonna do?
She's literally just trying to put her hand over it to like put pressure on it. She's not actually trying to bandage it.
Okay, but you only have 2 hands, and Scotty looks a little like Swiss cheese right now.
I mean, at this point, there's nothing she really can do then, because she's very base. I mean, she literally first aid is where her skill is. So
Okay, are you? I mean, could Paradox help you, or are you gonna take
she's
that route? Or
driving,
yep,
so
she
either
is. Scotty, you're not unconscious, so I mean, are you going to
No.
react to anything? You can't heal yourself, obviously, but you know.
I don't think, even if I could try to roll, I don't think I can make those DVs unless I hit like a nat 10.
Okay.
So, let's see. Do I have anything on me that could potentially help? Hmm. Not unless we use fucking duct tape. The most ramshackle first aid you could possibly do.
Hey, duct tape, man. I mean,
Yes. I mean, that's better than nothing, right? So, Scotty, he's
What?
he's gonna
Oh.
look at. I mean, look, it's better than having nothing. See, Rob agrees. It actually works. It's not great, you know.
So-
if we had like actual like fucking bandages, but I don't think we actually have like a med tech bag or any of that, those supplies.
so here's the question now:
So,
who are you duct taping?
fucking myself. I mean, I think. I mean, you said that Sky wouldn't be able to treat his own wounds, so he's gonna. While Ring is like trying to, put pressure on some of his wounds
Okay.
and stop the blood, he's gonna like reach into his coat and pull out. And he's gonna pull out that roll of duct tape, and he's gonna like, hold it out to her. It's like, just use this.
she just kind of looks at him like he's lost his fucking mind. But she'll do it.
Okay, you're gonna start duct taping him up. Yeah, you can roll again for that. Paradox, I'm gonna have you give me 2 driving rolls.
Roll what?
Your paramedic.
Even worse than before.
Okay, and then how many do I subtract right now? I'm at
Whatever
15.
you're at what?
15 hit
15 of what?
points. 45.
Okay, so you're at a -4.
Okay. Okay. Here we go. Where is my driving skill? That is the question.
You can find it in control, I think.
Control.
Yep, in the control section.
Okay, 22. Oh, wait, -4. So the last one's a 15 and then a 18.
Okay, yeah,
18 and 50.
yeah, one pass, one fail. Okay. Now, the fail doesn't mean that you have lost control of the vehicle. It really just means that you're struggling with this. You still maintain control of the vehicle. I'm using a little different mechanic than the. So I'm going to stop you guys right there, and I'm going to jump back over and see what Paul is doing. Paul.
Yep.
So yeah, you're still you're in the middle of you enjoying your paranoia here as you're trying to figure out what's going on and if any of these people are a friend or a foe or a oddest thing. You keep seeing these flashes of faces that you now recognize as potentially people from your past. Oh, you wait a minute. I screwed that up. You already went. You were headed downstairs. Okay, you still see
Yeah.
the flashes of faces, but yeah, you actually going down into the bunker. Okay.
Yeah, he's down in the bunker. He tries to bring up Sebastian.
Okay. You step off the elevator, and for a second, you actually expect to hear Sawyer's voice. You don't hear it, but you expect to hear it.
Who knew I'd miss that fucker?
Yes. Oh, what happened to you?
Long story, Sebastian. It's a bit
You've been
quiet in
missing
here.
and off my radar for several days now.
Yeah, I gathered. Again, long story. It's oddly quiet in here. Where's everybody else?
Hold on a minute. Odd or even?
Even Steven?
At this point, because there's two doorways that lead out of this front entry room.
Mhm.
Steel doors that you didn't even realize were there come down, locking them off. And the lights turn red in here. I'm afraid I am not going to be able to let you proceed any further. Your system has been compromised.
What do you mean compromised?
There's an outside connection to you.
Can you disable it?
I can, but I don't think you're going to like it.
Just tell me what I gotta do.
Are you sure?
Yep.
Okay. I do apologize for this. And at that moment, one of the turrets drops down, spins around very quickly, and puts one single round into your head.
Ugh. Ugh. Ain't no amount of duct tape for that one.
Yes. We are actually going to come back to you in just a little bit, but yeah. You've been shot in the head, Paul.
Okay.
We'll be back.
Fantastic.
Okay. So, driving roll, please.
Is a 19.
Success. All right. So, for those who want to try to, are you guys going to continue to try to patch each other up, or just sit there and bleed and?
while Paradox is driving, she's actually going to try and get the doc on the phone.
Okay. Each of you does take 1 point of bleed damage, by the way.
Lovely.
Ring included.
Yes, ring included.
Ch-
Yeah, you still have to be stabilized with that with the wounds that you took. You still have to be stabilized. What are you? How much damage have you taken? How many HP do you have, Ring?
She's at like 46 out of 55.
Okay,
Like she's barely
so
taken any damage.
you and I'm gonna player knowledge. She should be having Scotty stabilize her or somebody.
So, I mean, let's see. I mean, again, Scotty is really bad at those types of roles, and I mean,
Paradox isn't much better. She's got some in, let's see, in first aid, but not paramedic. Paramedic is at an 8. First aid is at a 10.
For her, it wouldn't be paramedic. She's still lightly damaged, but it is a gunshot wound. You
Okay.
Until you're stabilized, you are going to suffer bleed damage.
She'd have to stop driving, though. That's the problem.
Up to you. And even if so, Ring could survive a long time, probably not die from her wounds. Scotty, on the other hand, is in some rough shape.
I actually have an idea.
I'll let you go with your idea before I go with my idea.
Do it. What you got?
All right, so Scotty, I haven't had a chance to use this because this is a fairly situational piece of cyberware. But Scotty does have something that, if he slows his heart rate, that would slow how much he's bleeding, right?
Yep.
So Scotty has a handy piece of cyberware called Death Trance, and it essentially lets you play dead by reducing.
Are you going to use that?
Heartbeat, respiration.
Are you going to use that?
Yeah.
Okay. So
yeah. So Scotty.
Go ahead.
So Scotty's gonna look at Ring's like, all right, I'm gonna do something. It's gonna slow the bleeding. I don't want you to panic. It's gonna look
She
like
just kind
I'm
of
dead.
looks. She just kind of looks at him and goes, I've literally watched my best friend die right in front of me. I've literally watched y'all all nearly die on me while I stood there with scratches. You really think this is going to be anything new to me?
I'm gonna look dead, but I
And
won't be. Every couple seconds, I'll twitch my index finger. Tell me I'm still alive. And like, as soon as he says that, like, his face starts going really pale, and like the rise and fall of his chest seems to almost completely stop, and he's activating the death trance. But like, when he looks like almost deathly still, you do see his index finger small twitch.
Okay. What's your reaction to that?
none. Like, it doesn't phase her. She's literally been around death so much that honestly for her, and knowing that they have the bodies, like, it doesn't phase her.
Okay. So, Paradox, give me another drive-in roll, please.
Ew.
And you were going to make a call, right, Ring? Was that
Oh,
Paradox?
No.
Scheisse.
That was Paradox that was making the call.
Paradox.
Paradox was gonna call.
Okay, so you make your call.
To the
Hello?
dock.
Hello?
Hey, we're gonna need assistance right away. You might as well meet us in the garage.
On my way. All she says. Click.
So she hangs up. She kind of looks back at Ring. Says, "Listen, I think I gotta stop. You gotta drive us home."
Ring just kind of looks at her and goes, "So you want us to die?"
Well, it's either I die at the wheel and we all die anyway, or you drive and you have a small chance that you're gonna make it home.
She just kind of presses the bridge of her nose and starts muttering shit in German as she trades out.
Is that a yes?
I'm moving, aren't I?
All right. Paradox going to try and stop the car.
Yep, you don't have any issues stopping the vehicle. You guys gonna switch positions?
Yes.
All right. And I am gonna flip back over to Paul for a moment here. Actually, hold on a second. I am not gonna do it that way. I bring Paul in here. I think we ran over our break. So how do you guys feel about taking a short break? And then when we get back, we will wrap this up. There's a little bit more to take in for this episode. Obviously, we need to get you guys back to the base and find out what's happening there. 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Sound good? Everybody cool with that?
Yep.
All right. So we'll be back in 10 minutes. Welcome back. Hopefully, everybody had an opportunity to get up and stretch your legs and maybe grab something to drink or whatever it is that you so desired. Surviving. Fantastic. Oh. So, all right, at this point, so Ring, um, you are driving the vehicle. Are you how are you going to handle this? Are you going to go into the underground parking, take that route? Are you going to drive up to the front door? I mean, what's your plan? Any idea? Uh-oh. You're maybe on mute. Oh, okay. Yep, I hear you. The garage? Okay. Oh, you can't. There we go. Sorry about that. You should be able to hear now. Yeah. Oh, okay. So you managed to get these guys into the garage. Paul,
Yes.
this is probably a stunning moment for you.
Oh yeah.
You've just been shot. Literally have no control over your body at this point. That weird feel.
Yep.
You know that you have fallen to the floor, but you don't really feel it. The red lights go off, doors come open, and you see a familiar face come out standing over you. It's the doc, Amethyst.
Mm-hmm.
And you can tell that she's talking, but at first you can't
Yep.
hear anything. And then the words start to come through, and you hear her yelling at Sebastian. Like, what did you do? Why did you do this? And Sebastian answers her, because I couldn't neutralize the software. Something has been done to him. The only way to handle this was to reset him.
And the way he's hearing this is like it's as though he's hearing it from like the other side of a long tunnel.
Okay. And the doc basically starts, she kind of grabs onto your arms and starts dragging you away. During this time, what's going on? What's going on in your head, man?
So basically, Paul's vision kind of kaleidoscopes down to like a pinprick of light as over time as he's being drug away, and in place of that, he again the flashbacks that he's been having, because they are flashbacks that he's been having, have kind of come into focus, and he remembers Francisco. He remembers that night almost vividly, like he's reliving it again. And he goes through all of the what happened from the time they got their food to the time the nuke went off essentially, and he's kind of replaying that piece. And the memory that he keeps coming back to is that last kind of part where he's watching Francisco leave with the hostages that they managed to rescue. And almost like, for those of you who ever played Cyberpunk 2077, you have those brain dance scenes where you're kind of rewinding and fast forwarding and kind of messing with the memory.
Yeah.
that's kind of what's happening to him now. Like although not all detail. Basically, he's trying to remember if he actually ever sees Francisco make it out, because on their way there, moving down that long tunnel before they get to the ramp, there's access points, and he remembers seeing a staircase leading up to like a service exit, and he's trying to remember if he saw Francisco make it out, but he can't. But he does. Yeah, he remembers kind of the last kind of memories before, I guess, his first death, and he's thinking about he's actually thinking about Francisco and his sister, and hoping that the kid gets out. Um, so so he can go back and take care of his sister, and he hopes that Paul hopes that he was a good partner for him. Again, the kid was a rookie detective, and he was paired up with Paul. They'd been working together about a year at that point. So he actually comes to the same point now that he did then, before the bomb went off, is basically resignation. He's like, oh, I can finally just relax. And at that point, his vision goes completely black.
Okay. For a moment after your vision goes completely blank, you do have one last memory. One last memory that plays out to you. And it's that final scene where you're being wheeled out at this rubble.
Mhm.
And you see there's another, you're on a gurney. You're being wheeled out to these vans, black vans. And there's another gurney next to you. And you see a hand kind of, as it's moving, you see this hand kind of bounce out from underneath this white blanket. And on that hand is Francisco's ring. And just as that last little piece of memory hits you, it's you get this sensation like you're being pulled. And it's like white noise all around you, and then the streaking feeling like you're being pulled out of you, essentially. Ring. When you pull into the garage, you get into the garage, and there to meet you is the Doc Tempest. And she looks in the vehicle. She's looks at you and sees that you're injured, and she's like, and looks back in the vehicle and sees these other two, and then she sees Scotty, and she's like, "Oh my God, is he okay? What happened?" Apparently, things went poorly.
That's one way to put it.
I mean,
Deal
I
with
should
it good.
Yeah. With the death trance, like Scotty should look, for all intents and purposes, like dead right now.
Is Paradox still conscious at this point?
Yeah,
She
we'll say
lost too
she.
much blood.
How many hit points did she have?
Last time it was 14.
Okay, yeah, you're still conscious. Here's the thing. For Cyberpunk, when you hit 0, it doesn't mean that you're dead. When you hit 0 is when you start making your death saves.
And you're not even unconscious when you make those death saves. Like, you're still able to do things, just severe penalty to doing things.
Right. And if you can stabilize yourself, or someone else stabilizes you, even though you're at 0, it'll return you to 1 hit points. Okay. I don't suggest continuing to try to fight at that point, because then you're back to making more death saves until you fail.
Right.
So Amethyst, her, she looks at you, Ring, and she's like, help me get him on this gurney.
She'll help him or help her.
Okay. So between the two of you, you get Scotty on the gurney, and get all three of you inside. When you get into the facility, she takes you all three into the medical bay. At that point, she's looking at Scotty like, okay, I'm going to try and help Paradox, and leaves Scotty there.
Doc,
Oh my God,
Doc, I'm not dead.
she just looks at you like, say something else.
I'm alive, Doc.
Fuck, I thought my imagination was running wild for a minute there. Okay.
It's called
Let's
death trance.
help him first. He doesn't want to come back way of the clone, so if you can save him,
Okay.
do
No,
that.
and
I don't mind it.
she does. She starts working on Scotty, to get him stabilized. I'm gonna have Paradox. I'm gonna have you roll perception. You can roll perception as well if you wish, Ring.
As a nat 20 for 20. Well, actually, with -4, it's a 19.
Crap, you both rolled a nat. All right. So you two, the situation with Scotty. I mean, you knew what was going on, Ring, but I mean, it was still kind of a surprise to hear him start talking, because you knew he was in bad shape. The doc obviously knows her shit. She's going to town, getting him stabilized, getting everything patched up and whatnot. Gives him a speed heal to get things under control. That's kind of a relaxing moment where okay, Scotty's gonna be okay. And Paradox,
Yes.
you just kind of turn to look for a spot for you to lay down, because you're still hurting.
Uh-huh.
And you notice that one of the 3 beds in here is already taken, with a sheet over it. Can't see who's there, but someone is laying on that bed.
She's so out of it by now that she just goes one of the other beds and lays down.
Okay, there's only 3,
She'll-
so
Yeah, she'll lay down in the one next to whoever is being covered by the sheet and kind of just look over at it.
okay.
But that's it.
And I think, unless anybody has anything to add, we'll leave it right there, with all of you in the med bay, and we'll pick up episode 6.
Cue the Terminator music.
Yeah.
I mean, that's gonna be us going after fucking what's his name, Bruja. After all this, after all, we just went somewhere for something, and then Paul's just fucking
There.
chilling at home all of a sudden. It's like, where did motherfucker send us? He is dead.
They could have honestly just stayed put and wait until he actually died, and
They
then
could've.
his clone would have popped up.
Well, we didn't know that like they were gonna, whether or not
Kill
they were
him,
gonna kill him or not. Because if they just kept him, then like no clone would have been made, right? Or
Yeah.
at least popped out the way they usually do.
I'll say we didn't actually know what the reason was they were after us, so.
Yeah.
Yep.
Not at all.
Well,
You
you
don't know
Figure that
shit.
out.
right? You still don't.
The funny part is that it wasn't them that killed him.
Yeah. They don't know that yet, though.
You know that.
They may not know that.
I think everyone's gonna be real pissed at Paul.
All right, guys. So this episode was a little bit of a sad, rough moment for the team. Building into the next episode. So we got a couple of characters right now that have some backstory pieces that are going to be playing out, or are playing out. So we'll see what ends up happening in episode 6 and where that goes. Hopefully you guys had fun and it wasn't too dramatic.
It was funny.
I was hoping to have more things blow up, but yeah.
I mean, you pretty much succeeded because you pretty much blew up Paradox and Scotty.
Yeah. I was hoping
Really trying to kill
I
us.
was hoping you guys were gonna blow things up. You know, that's
We
what I
don't
was
have
hoping.
anything to blow things up with.
Paul was.
You know, if you want things to be blown up, look out Paul and Ring. They're the ones who would blow shit up.
Well, I guess Ring did blow something up. It wasn't
Just happened to be somebody's head.
right. So there was an explosion.
Yes, it was funny at the beginning and got rather dramatic at the end. Yes.
Yes, it did. All right. Well, that's it for us tonight. Thank you everybody for being here. Thank you all of you for being here and making it through a tough episode. So
Was fun.
Mhm.
It was very fun.
I'm glad that you had fun. Fantastic. See what happens next time. So we did some maintenance right away at the beginning. We haven't decided on the stream for next Thursday yet. It will be a game stream, but it won't be the BOR. So we'll let everybody know what that's going to be very soon. Then we also have the update log next Wednesday. 2 weeks from now, we'll be doing book 2 of the Wheel of Time. So please do join us for that one.
We also do have a episode, a special guest episode with the writer and artist on Dragon's Bane, which is a fantasy epic TTRPG out of Free League. More on that to come. We don't have a set date for that, but it's going to be sometime soon. And a potential other special guest stream. But again, follow our Discord and follow us on social media, our Twitter account, YouTube, stuff like that for more updates. But definitely join the Discord if you want to keep up to date.
Absolutely. And with that, I'm going to take a look and see if there is a...
Where are we going, Greg?
Ooh, where are we going to go? Well, let's see. I think we are going to go...
I show you guys, he had this prepared. He just likes to keep us in suspense.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a storyteller in him, you know?
We're going to
He
go...
loves his suspense.
Nice cover, man. Nice cover. We're going to go visit the Hero
That's what I
Zone.
do.
We're going to go visit the Hero Zone tonight. So...
All right.
He does some pretty interesting streams. I'm pretty sure he actually is a game store owner that does streams as well. So interesting
Nice.
fellow. He does some miniature painting, stuff like that, and does run some RPGs. So show him a little love, and we'll see you all next week. Have a good night.
Yep.
Adios, guys.
See you guys next time.